cross line in a long time as a hit comes, and it should stay in bounds, and it does.
The serve, dug out by Bishop. This to the middle, and slamming one home.
Serves over, dug out by Brodzinski. Jones now an attack by Dylan Miller, killed good.
And free ball to the crossover. Eilertson will get the pass for Hawley, set up left side. Rusted down with the kill.
Set it up, Bostena left side. Big kill blocked at the net, kept alive by the Greyhounds.
So Jones setting across court. Here's Sip with a right-handed kill. The attempt is in.
And a serve goes to Kiera Johnson, a libero, but mishandles it. It's an ace.
Jensen Richmond to Crockett. Crockett able to get it over. This one comes to the middle again. Culp gets the kill.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Saturday championship evening with you here from the Bismarck Event Center. It's number 1 seed Northern Cass at 38-1 on the season, going up against the number 2 overall seed in the Linton-HMB Lions, and also 38-1 on the year. The Lions head coach by Jamie Richter, while for Northern Cass, head coach by Angie Johnson. We'll hear from both of those upcoming here throughout our pregame show. Before we get to the opening serve, which we're about an hour and 10 behind schedule here today in Bismarck. I'm Chase Miller with you courtside from the Bismarck Event Center, and thank you so much for tuning in to our coverage here of the State Class B Volleyball Championship between the Lions and the Jaguars. Let's recap what's happened so far here earlier today inside the Bismarck Event Center. Dickinson Trinity swept Garrison 3-0 in the 7th place match, and then you had Delaney Deschamps with 139 assists to break a tournament record, which would be broken a little bit later on. In the Consolation Championship, New Rockford Cheyenne 3-2 over Minot Our Redeemers. Kelsey Belquist finished with 26 kills in the win for New Rockford Cheyenne, taking 5th place at state. 3rd place goes to Thompson Tommies, 3-1 over Kenmare Bullbells, as the Tommies for the 3rd consecutive season finish as the number 3rd overall team, top 3 here in State Class B. And here in the championship, it's Linton-HMB and Northern Cass, and we'll get to them in a second, but Kate Zimmer also finished with 142 assists to surpass Deschamps with the most assists in a state tournament now from Kenmare Bullbells. Again, Kate Zimmer with 142 assists here in this 3-game tournament. For Linton-HMB, they got to the state championship with a 4-set win over New Rockford Cheyenne and a 5-set win over the Thompson Tommies, coming back, being down 2-0. So far, Gracie Schumacher with 98 total assists, and you have Shaylee Bosch with 43 kills so far for the Lions. On the opposite side for Northern Cass, a sweep of Minot Our Redeemers and a 4-set win over Kenmare Bullbells. Right now, it's been the blockfest of the Jags. So far, they have a team record. Just in 2 matches, they've already broken the most blocks in a state tournament with 61, and Josie Jensen as well has just been an absolute beast at the net so far here for Northern Cass, as we'll get to some of her numbers in a moment. But it's been her, it's been Hallie Crockett. It's just been a very consistent, balanced lineup here for the Jaguars, but they are able to break a couple of tournament records as well. And one of those tournament records, again, coming from the blocking side, is Josie Jensen broke a single match record with 15 blocks against Kenmare Bullbells, and she has tied the tournament record with 22 in a tournament with a match left to play here today. Northern Cass has 41 blocks as a team, which was also a single match record as well. So a lot of things that have happened well for Northern Cass, but a lot of things that have happened well here today for the Linton-HMB Lions to get them to this point here to the state championship. Still to come on our pre-match show, we'll hear from both head coach of the Linton-HMB Lions, that is Jamie Richter. We'll hear from Northern Cass head coach as well, Angie Johnson. They met earlier in the year in Hunter in the opening tournament, as Northern Cass won in 3, 2-1 over Linton-HMB. But it was last year in which Linton-HMB swept Northern Cass in the 2021 championship, 25-11, 25-22, and 25-22. The Lions, 103 so far in the last 3 seasons, looking to go 3 straight here at the state championship level. While on the opposite side, for Northern Cass, they've been tremendous as well. 4th place finishers 2 years ago. They finished as state runners-up last year, and this year they want to bring home their 2nd state championship, and for the first time since 2013, if they can finish it off against the Gorillas, the Kings, the Queens on the block, however you want to say, in the Linton-HMB Lions. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll get to our coaches' conversation. And a reminder, the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. It's number 1 Northern Cass. It's number 2 Linton-HMB. We're inching closer to the opening serve here tonight from the State B Championship from the Bismarck Event Center. Our coaches' corner is next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org. Join us now in our Coach's Corner of the State Championship is Jamie Richter here for the Linton-HMB Lions as they go up against Northern Cass. And Jamie, first and foremost, you can never take a championship match for granted, I know, as a coach, but let's recap that thrilling semifinal game yesterday. First 2 sets don't go your way, but what changed in set 3 to close it out and win in 5 against a scrappy quality Thompson-Tommy club here, Jamie?
Well, I think it was that 3rd set. You know, I think we were down 16-13. And in that timeout, we just talked it over and we said, let's give it one more fight. Let's grind it out and see if we can get this set. And if we get this set, we can fight a little bit harder and maybe that momentum will swing to us and less to them. And we can win that battle.
And I know a lot of people, and rightfully so, like to talk about Shaylee Bosch here, but it seemed like Kaylee Weininger really had herself a good job. Lacey was getting going as well. When they can add that balance for this team, what does it do from your side of the net?
Oh, it's so important. I mean, like, especially when you have these big blockers coming at us, like, they're obviously going to put a double block Shaylee every time. And we have to get our other hitters involved just so we can get a single block going. That way we have more attackers going at one time and have more success.
How much can you read the block? Because obviously Northern Cass has been a block fest for them in 2 volleyball matches so far for this tournament. But how can you use the block to your advantage as a hitter at particular times during a match?
Well, you know, especially with Northern Cass and a team like Thompson, basically Gracie's our first person. She has to be able to read where that middle blocker is going. And then she has to speed up the game a little bit, maybe shoot it out to those outsides. And Shaylee, as far as Shaylee, my middles have to keep moving. They can't just do the same thing. They have to be ready to run sides. They have to be ready to run a quick. They have to be ready to run a 3, and they have to try to just beat that blocker. And sometimes you have to use hands. You know, hands is a big thing sometimes, especially when you have our height.
And then we always talk about experience sometimes once you get to a state tournament, but both teams have been there and done that last year. Now, again, a year later, just like Thompson, you got to play the same team a year later. So how much does experience or not so much play a matter of the fact now in this championship game from your point of view?
Well, I think experience has led us to get to the state tournament. Without the experience in the Carrington game and regional championship, I don't think the girls would have fought hard enough to get to state. And if it wasn't for last night, if they wouldn't have had that experience getting to the championship game, I don't think that they would have fought hard enough to get here for this moment. And so it does a lot. And so tonight, like I said, we were both playing last year at the same time. So they're used to it, we're used to it. So it'll be exciting to see how we both react tonight.
Last thing for you, and I finish with Angie with the same question. From a coaching point of view, how much fun, anxiety, stressful is it once the first serve goes up from a championship point of view? Or are you kind of, hey, I'm just going to let the girls play their match? What goes through a coach's mind once you get to a state tournament championship?
Well, I'm nervous the whole time beforehand until we start warming up. when the game starts is when I get excited. Like, that's when I feel like the girls just play, and that's when I enjoy it the most.
Jamie, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here against Northern Cass.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
That again, Coach Richter from Linton-HMB will continue on our Coach's Corner after this.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confidence.
I'm Trace Tisver. I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Join us now from the Northern Cass Jaguars here in the State B Class Championship between Northern Cass and that's Linton-HMB as head coach for the Jags again, and Angie Johnson. And Angie, quite a journey here to get back to the state championship in 2022. I know we talk to coaches every year. It's a different journey. It's a different team. It's a different unit about this squad. But what have you liked from your team here in the quarters, in the semis to get to this championship rematch with the Lions?
Just they've never lost track of their goal. You know, we had this goal since the beginning of the summer, and we've worked hard, and we've had little steps along the way that we needed to reach before we got here. So just being able to win last night was kind of like that little check on their list, and hopefully we can come out strong and get the nerves out a little bit quicker today than yesterday in that third set. But yeah.
And then at the blocks, just taking a look at it, so far in 2 matches, 61 total blocks with the record that they have here, which already surpasses a tournament record. What's been about the play at the net from your team in these 2 matches that you've liked?
Just their effort, getting up. You know, Elise and Josie do a really good job, and now Jossie in the middle too, getting up and getting their hands up there just to making it hard for the other team and making them have to think about where they're going to hit the ball, and then just if they're going to hit it into their hands, it's going to be a block.
You mentioned about Elise. What does she provide to this year's team? I know a lot of people like to talk about Josie, and rightfully so with her numbers, but what has Elise meant to this team? And maybe being a founding father, if you will, or mother with Elise, bringing her along as a senior and a junior last year as well.
Yeah, she is just, the word I use for her is consistent. You know, last year she was really big for us in the front row. She took Josie under her wing, even though Josie's taller, but they work together during practice. They challenge each other. You know, this year we put them up against each other a lot in the middle across the net, and just made them, you know, hey, challenge your teammate, make them better, put up a good block, and then every now and then swing into them and make sure that they're being honest. And that's what they've been doing. And so I think they're a great partnership. Now this year they get to be up at the net together and block together, which is, I wouldn't even want to go anywhere near that block if I was playing. So it's just been fun to watch them, like their friendship and their, you know, just their relationship grow throughout the last couple of years.
You take a look at Linton-HMB here. Obviously, a lot of people are going to talk about Bosch, but I know you got Bush, you got Weiser, you got Weininger as well. So there's a lot of athletes on that side of the net as well. What's going to be a challenge here against the Lions during this match here, Angie?
I think we just need to control our side of the court. You know, yesterday, like I said, we struggled a little bit on serve receive, and then we struggled just getting the ball over and being aggressive. We can't get into like a little tip game because they're going to come back and they're going to hit the ball hard. So making sure if we are putting the ball over that it's placing it somewhere and making them, you know, try to get out of system. But at the end of the day, we just need to contain their middle and just make sure that she's not, you know, going on a 1,000,000 kill run, and then just making sure that we're being aggressive and getting up and doing what we need to do.
Final thing for you, how much fun is it for a coach, or is it more stressful as a coach now once you get to this time of the year? Knowing it's November, you've been through the state tournament run before, you've been through the region tournaments run before. Is it a mixture of both a little bit as a coach perspective once you finally get that opening serve up here later tonight in Bismarck?
Yeah, I guess I've never been to a state championship as a player, so all I know it is from a coaching perspective, but it's a little stressful. I mean, I know I promised them, the reason my hair is like this is I said, you know, if we make it to that state championship game, I'll do space buns in my hair, and here we are. So I think just trying to do that and trying to lighten the mood a little bit and make sure that they're still having fun. That's our big thing. You know, we want to play well, we want to play our best, and we want to have fun because that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Angie, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here against the Lions in the championship.
Thank you.
Angie Johnson again from Northern Cass with us on our pregame show. We'll continue after this.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Inching closer to the opening serve on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard between Northern Cass and Linton-HMB. About 3 minutes away until we get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Also from there will be the national anthem, an extended version here on the floor with coming onto the floor a little bit to present our nation's colors as well. So there will be a little bit extended time, but looking closer to, again, about a 7:10 opening serve here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Right now we have some time to let you know what happened earlier on the Class A side as well. It's Class B, it's Class A. It's been a lot of really good volleyball. So far in Class A, there's been 3 5-setters, 3 4-setters, and 5 sweeps on the Class A side. In the 7th place match, Fargo South defeated Fargo North 3-1. Fargo South senior Madison Jackson finished with 136 assists here in the 3-day tournament for the Fargo South Bruins. Consolation Championship, West Fargo defeated St. Mary's 3-0. Olivia Soini had 131 assists for the West Fargo Packers. Packers take 5th place in Class A. And in 3rd place, Jamestown 1-5 over Bismarck Legacy 3-2. Still to come in the Class A championship. It's a team that's been there, done that in Bismarck Century, their 12th consecutive season that the Patriots have made the championship, going up against West Fargo Cheyenne with back-to-back sweeps to get to the title. The same with Century. The only difference between the Patriots and the Mustangs, Cheyenne, this is their first ever state championship appearance. They won it in the regular season title. They went unbeaten in EDC play. They won their first ever EDC tournament championship last week, a week ago tonight in West Fargo. And now they'll be looking to hoist their first ever state championship banner for head coach Leah Newton, going up against a very quality team and club in Jamie Zastapool as well for Bismarck Century. So that's following this match, which Class A right now probably looking close to about a 9, maybe 9:30 start time here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Class B again, 7th place goes to Dickinson Trendy, 5th place to Rockford Cheyenne, and 3rd place goes to the Thompson Tommies, with the championship now featuring the Linton-HMB Lions, back-to-back state champs, and Northern Cass the Jaguars. It's Region 1, it's Region 3 here today for the Class B championship. Linton-HMB, we heard some of the coaches talk about, and it really starts with the middle interior play of a 4-year senior in Shaylee Bosch so far, what she's provided to this team. 43 kills, 20 digs so far in this tournament. Gracie Schumacher, a 3-year starter center with 98 assists. And then the back row, they able to keep a lot of swings up with Paige Holm, 49 digs. Grace Keeney has 48 digs as well. For Northern Cass and the Jags, their senior athlete of the year in Hadley Crockett so far in this tournament, 22 kills, 14 digs. Dozie Jensen at the middle spot, 21 kills, 22 blocks, and 26 digs so far for Josie Jensen in this tournament. And then you add in a little Austin, you add in Elise Sand, you sprinkle in an Evenson playing in the back row. Good setter play by Erickson and Addie Russ. It's been a lot of fun to see these two particular teams get to this particular point. And on paper, this looks like we will have a phenomenal chance at a volleyball match. Will it go 3? Will it go 5? On the Class B side so far, we've had 5 5-setters, 3 4-setters, and just 3 sweeps. Today, a sweep for 7th place, a 5er for the consolation, and a 4-setter for Thompson and Kenmare Bull Bells as well. What will Linton-HMB and Northern Cass have on store? And then after the conclusion of the championship, we'll get to the final numbers in this one, but also we'll get to find out who the Senior Athlete of the Year is in North Dakota in Class B, and also the Coach of the Year in some of the particulars here as well. It's Linton-HMB 38-1. They defeated Northern Cass last year in the championship. They defeated Northern Cass in 2020 in the semifinals. Northern Cass 38-1 on the season as well. That does it for our pre-game show. When we come back, it's the starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company, and alongside the opening serve, it's Linton-HMB and Northern Cass. It's the State Class B Championship here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Are you thinking about upgrading your planter? This is Shane from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro and Drayton. I ask you the question about upgrading your planter because this is the time for you to ask me to explain the Precision Plant Partner programs. Yes, you could get some of your planter equipment paid for. Contact RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com.
At Verwest Contracting, they treat you like family. Why? Because they're family owned and operated. Located in the heart of the Red River Valley, brothers Mark and Scott Verwest established Verwest Contracting in 2004. They're a full-service contractor offering services from electrical and HVAC. Verwest Contracting handles everything from residential, commercial, and agriculture work. For more information, stop by their location in Hunter or go online to verwestcontracting.com.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. If you're looking to switch crop insurance companies, now is the time to learn more about Hunter Insurance Agency at hunterinsuranceenagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen today in Hunter.
It's the 35th year of the Hillsboro Business Association Christmas Cash Campaign. Stop at Dakota Heritage Bank or Goose River Bank and sign up for the HBA's interest-free Christmas cash loans of $500 to $1,000 in Christmas cash available to qualified borrowers. Take 10 months to repay the loan with no finance charge or application fee. All participants will be given additional 10% of each loan amount in free Christmas cash, compliments to the Hillsboro EDC. Sign up for your interest-free Hillsboro Christmas Cash loan today and then visit the businesses participating in the HBA Christmas Cash promotion.
As we get ready now, the colors have been retired. It's a light show inside the Bismarck Event Center, which means it's time to meet our starting lineups, brought to you in part by our friends at American Crystal Sugar Companies. You can live the sweet life with our friends at American Crystal. Again, presenting our starting lineup. So realistically, we're going to go through our rotational play here between both Northern Cass and the Linton-HMB Lions. In alternating order here in the Bismarck Event Center, but we will go in just one particular order here on yourliveevent.com. Linton-HMB out in their dark maroon uniforms with gold numerals and lettering with the stripe down the side outlined in white here for the Lions. On the opposite side for Northern Cass out in their all gold uniforms with black numerals and lettering with the stripe down the side outlined in white here for Northern Cass. For Linton-HMB, it's going to go like this. Paige Holm, a senior outside hitter with 49 digs and 16 kills here in this tournament. Also from there, Gracie Schumacher, a senior setter on the season with 98 assists here for the Lions. You have Brooklyn Schumacher, her younger sister, a freshman, and she'll get in the lineup. Grace Keening, the junior libero with 48 digs here on the year. Or in this tournament, Emma Schick in the back with 39 digs in 2 games for the senior. Emma Weiser, the junior middle hitter with 8 kills. Shaylee Bosch, the senior middle hitter, again, 43 kills and 20 digs. You have Lacey Bush, the senior outside hitter with 19 kills, and Kaylee Weininger, the senior outside hitter with 18 kills for the Linton-HMB Lions. Head coach Jamie Richter, last year's Coach of the Year, and her daughter JC Richter, the Senior Athlete of the Year, now playing both volleyball and basketball at Valley City State University. That's your starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Companies for Linton-HMB. Now for the Northern Cass Jags, Hallie Crockett, the senior at 5'9" with over 1,000 career digs for the Senior Athlete of the Year out of Region 1. Addison Russ will get in the rotation so far with 420 assists on the season and 32 in this tournament alone. We'll see Hayden Crockett play on the opposite side out front at the 5'8" spot for the sophomore, 4 kills and 4 digs here in 2 games. Noelle Erickson, the starting setter, with 31 assists so far here in this tournament, 561 in the season, and she also surpassed over 1,000 career assists this year. Josie Jensen, as the Jaguar student section says it, 21 kills, 22 blocks, and 26 digs for the 6'3" junior, already making an imprint on this season in 2 matches in this tournament. Cadence Evenson in the back for the libero, 13 digs here for the 5'3" senior in Evenson. Ellie Lucas on the outside, the 6'1" junior, opposite and outside header, 11 kills and 8 digs. We've seen Ashley Pepke get in the lineup, Jocelyn Austin as well. The senior, 10 kills, 11 blocks, and 10 digs. Just done a little everything here for the Swiss Army knife for Jocelyn. And Elise Sand, the senior, with 108 blocks on the season, 14 here in this state tournament alone for the 5'10" senior. Northern Cass under the guidance of Angie Johnson here for the Jags. That does it for our American Crystal Sugar starting lineup. So when we return, it's the opening serve. The winner wins the 2022 state championship. Will it go according to seed line? Will it be the number 1 seed Northern Cass, or can the number 2 seed Linton-HMB win their 3rd consecutive title? We'll find out after this from the Bismarck Event Center. It's the State Class B championship match here between Northern Cass and Linton-HMB on yourliveevent.com.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The particulars have been done. Now it's just a matter of getting to the first serve here as both teams shake the hands at center court. Northern Cass will be going left to right on your screen, offensive to defense here for the Jags, but they'll be on the left-hand side playing on the net, while for Linton-HMB, they'll be playing on the right side of your screen, trying to get the kill going from right to left. It's the Jags, it's the Lions. On paper, this looks like it should be a barn burner, which, talking with both coaches throughout these tournaments, they've said this has been one of the better state tournaments that they've seen. A lot of long sets, matches that have gone 4 or 5 where it's just not guaranteed that the two best teams would have got to this point. They had to earn it and work it. The Jags went in 4 yesterday. Linton-HMB came back in 1 and 5 yesterday, but we're going to get ready to put this puppy up and get this underway for the State League Championship. And then following this inside the Bismarck Event Center, going to be a late one. Bring out the pajamas and have a little slumber party with the popcorn. It's Century and West Fargo Cheyenne a little bit later on. That's going to, unless it's a 3-setter, that one's probably going to get going at about 9, maybe 9:30, and possibly could even be pushing 10 o'clock here. A great section of maroon across the way. A great section of Northern Cass behind us. Opening serve at 7:15 on a Saturday night by the Libero here in Cadence-Stevenson. And the 2022 State Class B Volleyball Championship is underway. Lions go to the outside, up and over on the hit here. That'll be on the outside with Bush. Quickly the other way is going to be now with Josie Jensen. Near sideline, home on the push, back left corner. Libero there in Evenson. Quick push outside. This one comes Lucas. And a great sprawn attempt in the back here by Linton-HMB with Schumacher. Tipped on the way here for Josie Jensen, and the opening point on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard goes to Northern Cass. As the Jags will take point number 1 here, as Evenson will continue to be at the service line. Grace Keening, the junior libero, already getting early touch here. Same thing with Gracie Schumacher here for Linton-HMB. Service on the way. That's going to be in the back on the hit by Keening. Bat set. This goes to home. Elise Sand keeps that one up in the back row. Now it's going to be Lucas with the power tip. Covered by home. Schumacher has to pirouette, and then it's spun over on the third. The Jags can use it. Crockett outside. This is Lucas cross court. That one will be out of play. No touch. And now it's a 1-1 contest. So 1-1 here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. For more information, go to dhbanknd.com. The knuckler comes across the net. Here's Erickson with the bump to the outside is Ellie Lucas, and a hitting error will allow the Lions to take their first lead here of this championship match. Linton-HMB 100 wins to 3 losses since 2020. They've been nearly unbeatable here in the last 3 years. Jensen, this one is going to be a net violation on Erickson. And it's the Lions that have found their footing early in this one. Last season in the first set, Northern Cass lost 25-11. And talking with Coach Johnson, just kind of mentioned about the experience of, hey, now both teams have been there, done that. So hopefully a better start this season. And that helps with an Erickson assist and a Josie Jensen slam for the kill. Jensen will have her second kill here as it's now 3-2 in favor of the Lions. Service on the way for Erickson. Noel will float her across. This one is home. This is Schumacher to the outside now coming through, and it was a tucked, and they will say it's in no matter what here with Shaylee Bosch. Bosch with the cross-court kill for Linton-HMB. 4-2 now for the Lions. Service upcoming here for Keening, the junior libero. And this one will come across the net. Austin there with the dig set up. This one coming middle. A big hit on the way by Jensen off the top of the block. Lions keep it alive in the back row is home. Back right corner is Crockett. Erickson push outside. Lucas with the power tip down the line. Covered brilliantly by Schick. This one outside. A miss hit play by Weininger. And the point is awarded to Northern Cass. Service on the way for Jensen as she will have a chance to tie here early in this championship first set. Jensen with the running jump serve into the back as it's dug out by Holm. Schumacher backs on the way. This one goes cross court to Bosch. Coming around on the slide for the kill. Bosch has 2 kills to match Josie Jensen's 2, and the Lions lead it by 2. Give the assist there on the way to Gracie Schumacher here for Linton-HMB. Service now for the aforementioned Schumacher. And she will come on now for the Lions, as she does to Jensen, back left corner. Erickson backside on the way. This is Lucas. Cross-court. Schumacher is there. Pushed by Holm. Now to the outside, up and over by Weininger, and Lucas gets the dig. This one will have to get punched over then by Lucas on the third. Koenig, Schumacher backs it on the way. This one, Weininger off the top of the block. Into the back there for Jensen. This one pushed right at the net. Crockett winds and hits one, but it's kept alive by Koenig. Middle into the net here. Was it 4 or was it touched? And they'll say it was 4 on the hit by Bosch. Point awarded here to Northern Cass. Service now for Lucas and the Jags, looking for their first state title since a 4-set win over Lemoore back in 2013. Linton-HMB with the bump. This one in the back row for Holm, unable to get over the net. And now we're knotted at 5 points apiece on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Linton-HMB trying to do something for just the second time ever in Class B since this sport was sanctioned back in 1989. Lemoore won in 2015 and 16, and then Lemoore Litchfield Marion won in 2017, winning 3 straight titles for the Lions. This one cross-court on the hit, and a really good spot by Weininger. Kaylee Wade going sideline to sideline here, and the Lions earn the point now at 6-5. Service on the way by Shaylee Bosch. As Bosch, the senior middle hitter here, 4-year starter for Coach Richter. That'll go to Crockett. Outside Hallie Crockett now with the power tip, and she places it perfectly. Give the assist to Erickson, and now it's a 6-6 contest. Hayden Crockett will check in. Also, Addison Russ will come in as Erickson and Elise Sand will check the game here on the rotational spot. So playing up front now. This is a shorter lineup up front here for the Jags again with Austin, Crockett, and Crockett. Service here by Russ. The running jump serve in the back. Bosch with a dig back left corner. Schumacher outside Page. Holm up and over the tip, and she hit it perfectly down the near sideline for the tip kill. Holm with her first kill of the evening, and now it's a edge here for Linton-HMB by 1. Service on the way here for the Lions. To the service line will be Brooklyn Schumacher, the freshman, so far with 1 ace in this tournament. Trying to get a second. Hallie Crockett to a knee. Outside Hayden Crockett, cross court into the back, and Bosch is there. Schumacher with the bump. This goes to Holm. Back right corner is Evenson now. 10-foot line. Russ backs at Crockett going cross court. This one off the top of Gracie Schumacher's left hand, and Hallie Crockett earns the kill. Crockett earns her first, and so far we've been tied at 1. We've been tied at 5, 6, and 7 here in this championship match. Service on the way for Hallie Crockett. That one into the back. Linton-HMB now will have Holm at the 10-foot line. Evenson there for the dig. Russ push outside Hayden Crockett. Tip down the line, in, and the Jags come back now with a 1-point edge. Good spot there for Hayden Crockett. As much as I know Angie Johnson said she wanted to see her team really attack the volleyball and not be at times hesitant on just tip after tip. And this one is buried after a really good serve by Crockett. Jensen, the hammer puts another one down right down Main Street here in Bismarck. Josie Jensen able to finish that one off right at the net here. But Coach Angie Johnson saying they need to be smart with plays, and Crockett earns the ace. First ace of this state tournament, of this title match, goes to Northern Cass. But again, one more time, Angie Johnson just saying if her team can play loose, fun, but also be aggressive, yeah, use a tip when you can, but they just don't need to see tip after tip after tip as what they did last season. This one is hit out of play off the slide. There's Emma Weiser, and Coach Richter needs a timeout on the floor. And Northern Cass, before you can blink, had a 7-6 deficit, ballooned it into a 4-point lead. Timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North. It's Northern Cass 11, Linton-HMB 7 in the state championship match here on YourLiveEvent.com.
About upgrading your planter? This is Shane from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsborough and Drayton. I ask you the question about upgrading your planter because this is the time for you to ask me to explain the Precision Plant Partner programs. Yes, you could get some of your planter equipment paid for. Contact RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com.
Visit ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com, as you'll be headed in the right direction with Bank North to find a location or branch near you. That's ibanknorth.com. Providing our timeouts throughout this state tournament. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here that you see throughout the tournament here on screen. Chase Miller with you courtside from the Bismarck Event Center, as it's been a 5-0 run right now by Northern Cass. To serve is Hallie Crockett here for the Jags. One team will finish 39-1, the other will finish 38-2 and be the state runner-up. This one blocked at the net after the hit by the Lions here in Lacey Bush. And we'll see who the block comes here. Look to be with Jensen, and it is. And Josie Jensen continues to have a stat-stuffing feast here ahead of Thanksgiving. This one into the back will come with Gracie Schumacher outside his page. Home, and guess who again is Jensen with the block. But this one pushed over then on the third. Russ set up middle. Jensen left-hand side. It's Josie's world, and we're just living in it at 2 more points. As we didn't give her the first block, now it's 13-7. Jensen, well, if there's maybe been a tournament MVP, I think she would be without question in the running if she hasn't cemented it so far in 2 matches and now in this first championship match. This one bumped. Evenson outside. Austin goes down the line. Dug out there by Koenig. In the middle now is going to be Bush for the tip and kill. Lacey Bush earns the tip kill here for the Lions as they trail it now by 5. But one thing we've seen from this Linton-HMB club, they went to 5 in the Region 3 championship against Carrington and found a way to win. And they went 5 yesterday against Thompson after being down 2-0 and found a way to win. This one comes across. That'll be out of play after the dig by Crockett, and that'll be an ace on the way here for the Lions, as the Lions now climbing back into this first set. This will be with Emma Schick as she will continue to serve here. This one will come across. Evenson is there. Russ set middle. This one tipped by Jensen, and a good spot. Lions have to get it over on the third. They do. Jensen, Russ, backs at Austin. This one comes across. Keenan is there. Now it's me, Schumacher outside home over the double block, and Hayden Crockett with the dig. This one will come to the middle here for Josie Jensen, and we're going to have a net violation on Linton-HMB. Point will be awarded to Northern Cass now at 14-9. The Jags, this is their 4th state tournament appearance in the last 5 years, their 5th in program history, and it all started back in 2013 for Northern Cass, which was a magical year, winning their first ever state volleyball championship. Outside Lucas over the double block, and back-to-back net violation points here on the Lions, and this lead again separates out now by 6. And if you're Northern Cass, this is where you got to keep the pedal to the metal against a Linton-HMB team that maybe feels a little bit like Jekyll and Hyde at times, where there's one set where they just have miscues, miss passes, miss hits, and the next set where everything just seems to go their way. That's what we've seen in this tournament so far. A nice dump kill opportunity by Addison Rust. Addie Rust with the dump kill here for Northern Cass. That's the first one we've seen by the Jag setters, and it came at a perfect time. Quick pass and able to get it over quickly. Evenson continues to serve to the opposite Lobero here in Koenig. And this one has to get punched over then on the third by Bosch. Evenson set up middle. Russ, here comes Jensen, and she unwinds another one. Josie Jensen with her 4th kill of set number 1. And a timeout by Coach Richter. Gets the Northern Cass faithful off their feet. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's the Jags up by 8.
I'm Carrie Hepper. Rodeo takes confidence. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
17-9 here, Northern Cass over Linton-HMB on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. Northern Cass has forced Coach Jamie Richter to use both of her timeouts now at 11-7 Northern Cass, and they ballooned it up now to 17-9 here in set number 1. As Evenson comes on back to the service line here for the Jags. This one goes across the way. Linton-HMB, some sloppy passes and unable to get that over the net. And it's been right now more self-inflicted errors for the Lions than anything, but the Jags will take full advantage. Northern Cass student section out in there, everything from black to gold to gray, while Linton-HMB out in their all maroon uniforms here. This one into the back dugout by Bush. Now it's going to be an opportunity here. Back right corner hit out of play again by the Lions. If you're a Linton-HMB fan, you're just hoping you get all the hex, so to speak, out of this first set. If you're Northern Cass, this is the start that Angie Johnson wanted. A little different compared to what happened last year, where it was 25-11 the win in set number 1 for Linton-HMB over the Jags. This one Bush up and over the double block. Rust is there. This one Evenson with the bump outside. Lucas on the tip. Covered here by the Lions. Schumacher middle, home with the aggressive push, and we'll have a lift here on the Lions. Point will be awarded to Northern Cass. Service will continue for the senior libero here in Evenson. Part of the senior 6 for the Jags. This one backs it on the way home, down the line, out of play. Point to Northern Cass again. As this run continues, at one point was 13-9, has now gone up to 21-9. An 8-0 run right now by Northern Cass, with Evenson continuing to serve awfully well. Page home at the 10-foot line, has to bump this one over. Jensen middle on the way. Russ goes outside. Here goes Lucas from the attack line. It's out of play, but we do have a net violation here on Linton-HMB and Gracie Schumacher, which means the point goes to the Jags, and continuing to run up the hill is Northern Cass, or in this phrase, maybe running down the hill, getting a little bit easier. Evenson to serve, and that'll be their first service there, but a really good job by Evenson. And that'll be the first service there by either club here on this volleyball championship match. Here comes Linton-HMB now with it, with Paige Holm to the service line. Going right to left across your screen. Floats across the back right corner. Jensen outside. Lucas with the tip. Covered on the way by Schick. This one goes outside. Bush is blocked at the net. And we're going to have another violation here on Linton-HMB, sliding underneath the net here for the Lions. And the Jags right now lead at 23-9 here in set number 1 as Noelle Erickson and also Elise Sand return to the floor here for Northern Cass. Service on the way for Erickson. 2 points away from the Jags to try to take set number 1 in this 2022 Class B state championship match. Coming up middle, big hit on the way. Well, that's going to be out of play by Shaylee Bosch. Bosch with the miss hit. And Northern Cass right now 24-10 to the service line for set point. Schumacher looking for the dump kill. Lucas will handle it there. This one comes across by Jensen. And Linton-HMB has to get it over on the third. They do. Now for Northern Cass, they push it outside. Elise Sam blocked at the net, but she's going to be called for a net violation, and the Lions will handle the point. Serve upcoming here for Linton-HMB. This will be with Grace Keening. As Grace will come on here into the back is Jensen with the dig. Erickson sets up Josie middle here, back to home. Now it's going to be for the Linton-HMB Lions with the push and the kill here for Linton-HMB Saley Bosch here as Bosch earns the point, and it's now 24-12. Service on the way for Koenig here for the Lions. This one into the back. Austin there with the dig. Jags go middle. That's to Lucas. And a good job by Keeney to keep that ball alive. Now it's going to be pushed over by Weininger. And a net violation now on Northern Cass. This will be on Josie Jensen as the Lions trying to earn a little bit of attraction here, regardless if they can make such a big comeback here in the first set. It's as much as about taking some momentum with you into the second. Here's another set point opportunity. Jensen with the tip, blocked at the net by Weininger. Now it's going to be pushed over by Erickson, covered here by the Lions. Backs at Shaylee Bosch, comes across on the slide, and she earns the kill. Bosch with her fourth kill right now, and a timeout here by Coach Angie Johnson at 24-14 here in set number 1. The Lions starting to roar a little bit late in this first set. It's the State B Championship on YourLiveEvent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, We've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Timeout's brought to you in part by Bank North. Offers the traditional advanced products and services that keep you grounded and ahead of today's curve in the fast-paced world. Visit ibanknorth.com to check out one of their locations today. So after what felt like it was going to be a slam dunk here, about 4 points rattled off in a row here by the Lions and starting to find their footing a little bit here in the state volleyball championship match. Service here for Keening as this one will come into the back. Jensen there with the dig. Erickson, she'll go outside. Lucas with the tip coming down the line. Now it's Schumacher. Here's to Bosch for the kill. Shaylee Bosch now with 5 kills. Give the assist to Schumacher. Point awarded to Linton-HMB. So 24-15 here, and what was at one point a 24-10 has now been 5 consecutive points by the Lions, and now make it 6 consecutive points. An ace on the way here for the Lions. Grace earns that one, and on HMB right now, this is the best brand of volleyball that we've seen. The only difference is to this juncture, it's just they dug themselves a 14-point deficit. Jensen, middle, Erickson coming. Jensen off the top of the block, and that'll do it here for Northern Cass in the opening set. The Jags take it 25-16. Give Erickson the assist, give Jensen the kill. That's her 5th of set number 1 and set 1 of this state Class B championship match on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard goes to Northern Cass as they lead it by 9. Our set recap is next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. If you're looking to switch crop insurance companies, now is the time to learn more about Hunter Insurance Agency at hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen today in Hunter.
Let's get to our Hunter Insurance set recap here. Hunter Insurance, for more information, they're dedicated to providing you the best support for your insurance requests from crop, hail, farm, commercial, and home. For more information, go online at hunterinsuranceagency.com and stop by and talk with Johnny Jorgensen today. Linton-HMB led by Shaylee Bosch with 5 kills for Northern Cass. Well, they were led by 5 kills with Josie Jensen. 2 aces for the Lions, 0 service errors. 1 ace by Northern Cass came by Hallie Crockett, and 1 service error here for Northern Cass. The big differential, though, was the run by the Jags. At one point, they were trailing it at 7-6. Then got up 13-7, gave up a point, and then gave up another point to make it 13-9, and ballooned it to a 23-9 edge. So at one point, trailing it by 1, going up then by 14, and able to have a 17-2 run in the middle to the latter part of that first set. And give credit to Linton-HMB for not withering away. They forced Northern Cass to earn it with a 25-16 first set win here for Northern Cass. That does it for our Hunter Insurance Agency set recap. I'm Chase Miller with you here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Earlier today, third place match, Thompson won over the Kenmare Bowbells Hawkers 3-1. The Tommies, a third consecutive season, finish in third place. Consolation Championship goes to the champs of Region 4. New Rockford Cheyenne 1-5 over R.A. Deemers at 10 o'clock this morning is when it got underway. And then Dickinson Trendy 3-0 over the Garrison Troopers with the win in the 7th place match on the Class B side. Service here for Paige Holman. We'll see if that little rally there in the first set can carry over into the second set now for the Lions. Austin with the dig. This one bumped there by Erickson, and Jocelyn able to get it over then on the third. This one comes Gracie Schumacher. Bosch with the tip, and then we're going to have a net violation. This one will be on Northern Cass. Point will be awarded here to Linton-HMB. Service upcoming here for Paige Holm. As Holm will come to the service line, back left corner. Austin is there. Erickson with the bump now to the middle is going to be Jensen back left corner. Good pass on the way. Gracie Schumacher. This one to Weiser cross court, and Evenson has to slide to get that dig. Pushed across them by Lucas. Coming now are the Lions. This one is going to be Bosch, and we're going to have another net violation. And we've seen that a lot so far by both teams, where it's been either on one side or the other. It feels like a bad cold. And just point after point going against you. Service on the way here for Holm. Holm will come across. This one dug out there by Crockett. Erickson middle. Jensen blocked at the net. And give that block to Bosch. Bosch earns the block here. That results in a point. The Lions coming out scrappy here in the third set with a 3-0 run under Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Service here by Holm just over the net. Erickson make it Crockett outside here for Lucas, and Ellie Lucas earns the kill. Give Erickson the assist. Give Crockett, that's Hallie, the dig. So Lucas earns the point there. It's now 3-1. Service on the way here for Erickson. This one will come across and flutter across the net. Linton-HMB back set. This one hit down the line, and that'll be in there for the point here for Bush. Lacey Bush earns the kill. She's got 2. Service on the way here for Linton-HMB with Grace Keening. As Grace will come on here as she does. Floats across. Austin is there. Erickson sets it up now to Lucas off the double block and tied at the net here, and they'll finish it off. Good job by Lucas there for the kill. As this will be a 4-2 now deficit. And service on the way here for Jensen. Jensen now to the back row, running jump serve, service there, and the Lions will take the side out and earn the point. Second service there on Northern Cass. 1 in each set now. Service on the way here for Gracie Schumacher. Schumacher will have that one in the middle. This one outside here for Crockett, and that's in there for the kill on the way. Ellie Crockett earns her second kill on the quick passing on the bump set, and well, the kill, not the spike. Able to finish it off in service here for Ellie Lucas. Lucas, a junior, part of a core that will be coming back, no doubt, here for Northern Cass next season. Back set on the way. This one comes miss hit by Weininger, and Northern Cass is awarded the point. Linton-HMB, Paige Holm, Gracie Schumacher. You also have Emma Schick, Shaylee Bosch with Lacey Bush, and Kaylee Weininger, 6 seniors here for the Lions, and there's 6 seniors on the opposite side here for Northern Cass, playing in their final volleyball match of their career at the high school level. This one blocked at the net, then Bosch has another chance at it, and the second time is the charm. Now 6-4. As this one will be with Shaylee, her first kill of this second set. She has 6, though, so far in the contest. Lions to the service line. Shaylee, this one will be in the back to Jensen. Middle on the way. Austin off the double block here. Kept alive in the back by Bosch as she gets this one over on the third. Evenson back right corner. 10-foot line. Erickson outside off her back heel there for Hallie Crockett. Now it's going to be Schumacher. Up and over on the third by Weininger. Erickson will have to give it to the middle on the set to Jensen in the back left corner. Linton-HMB pushes it outside. Home blocked at the net but kept alive by Elise Sen. Outside push now to Crockett down the line. Gracie Schumacher is there. This one going to be tight for Weininger. She runs out of real estate, and the point will go to Northern Cass. As this one will be in there for the point again for the Jags, and this will come across here now for Northern Cass with Addison Rust. We've seen Rust have a couple of really good aces so far here in this tournament. as she will come to the service line. As she does, back left corner, Schumacher pushes it to the middle. This one tipped over on the third hit by Linton-HMB and Weiser. Outside Crockett, cross court, Koenig is there. Now it's Schumacher looking for the push. Back right corner, Josie Jensen. Rust outside Crockett with the power tip across, covered by Koenig. This one goes into the back to Bush, and she's going to be blocked at the net by Jocelyn Austin. Tight at the net here for Paige Holm as she gets it over on the third. Now it's Rust. Backs it on the way is Hayden Crockett as she gets that one across on the third hit. Schumacher backs it. This one, Weininger off the black side of Crockett on the right-hand side of her hand, and the point will be awarded here to Linton-HMB with Lacey Bush. One of the longer rallies of this championship set goes to the Lions. Service on the way. This will be the Evenson. Rust backs at Crockett off the block. This one in the back right corner, dug out there by Brooklyn Schumacher. Now it's going to be the Jensen after a big swing in the middle with the dig. Outside, and we're going to have a violation here, and this will be on the double hit by Northern Cass. So Linton-HMB matches their largest lead here at 3 in this second set. Service on the way here for Brooklyn. This one to the back off the deflection of Evenson for the ace. Brooklyn Schumacher earns the ace, and that's the third one here for the Lions as a unit. And Linton-HMB now with their largest lead here of this second set. Brooklyn Schumacher will continue to serve as she does. Jensen with the dig. Jags Rust pushes it outside. Crockett blocked at the net. Now it's going to be Rust again into Jocelyn Austin, back left corner, and that one is kept alive by Schumacher. Outside here into the back to Josie Jensen. 10-foot line for Rust. Outside here for the sophomore Hayden Crockett up and over the block. This one home set. Exterior play. Blocked at the net. Kept alive here by Linton-HMB as they push it over. And a great spot by Gracie Schumacher. She earns the kill, and a timeout here by Coach Angie Johnson, and it's the Lions right now playing with some authority here in this second set. Second set goes to Linton-HMB here 10-5 early. A timeout on the floor by Angie Johnson, brought to you in part by Bank North. We're back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Take a good look at Hillsboro. It's conveniently located between Fargo and Grand Forks. Hillsboro is a growing community with solid local schools with high graduation rates. There's an industrial park ready to host a new business. And there's Woodland Park with activities all year round. The Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation asks you to take a good look at Hillsboro when you're thinking about a place to put down roots and grow. For more information, contact the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation at growhillsboroND.com.
Visit ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com, or stop by one of their branches today providing our timeouts. So as we mentioned in the first set, it was a good end to the first set for Linton-HMB, even though they lost 25-16. And it's carried over, though, into this second set right now as the Lions will continue to serve with Brooklyn. Schumacher goes to service line. Lions right now doubling up Northern Cass. Service on the way. Back right corner. There's Jensen. Now it's going to be backs at Crockett. And she hammers one home. Hallie Crockett with the kill here for Northern Cass. Point awarded to the Jags. Good set on the way there by Russ. Now 10-6 here is at the service line. Will be the aforementioned Crockett with one ace so far here on the Saturday evening. This one into the middle. Back set on the way. This one up and over. Was it deflected? And they're going to say one says out, one says in. And we're going to see where they go. And they're going to say that that one was going to be in. And if it is, it's for Emma Weiser. We'll see. And now they're going to say, nope, it's going to be out. So point awarded to Northern Cass. You had one official say it was in, one official say it was out. And now it's going to be a 3-point edge here as the Jags will continue to serve with Crockett. And Crockett's going to get an ace as she handles it here. 3 consecutive points for the Jags. Service upcoming with Hallie Crockett will continue. This one into the net, and the Lions are awarded the point. So Northern Cass with 3 service errors are starting to stand out a little bit more as this match continues, particularly their second in the set. to give Linton-HMB a little bit more of a lead here by 3. Crockett with the dig. This one 10-foot line. Russ backs at Austin into the back. Dug out by Bosch. Now it comes Gracie Schumacher off the slide piece. There is going to be Bush. Middle. Here's Jensen one-on-one. And we're going to have a net violation, and this will be on the Lions. Point to Northern Cass at 11-9. So service on the way will be coming here for Northern Cass with Evenson. As Evenson comes to service line now for the Jags, as she'll handle it into the back middle. Dug out there by Koenig. This one, dump kill opportunity. Jensen to Lucas. Back over now to Schumacher. Into the back, here's Bosch at the net, and a good spot to the right-hand side for the kill. Shaley now has her 7th of this match here for Linton-HMB. 12-9 here in favor of the Lions in this second set. Service on the way here by Holm. Into the middle is Crockett. Russ set up. This is Jensen for the tip. Lions do a good job covering to the outside now. That's going to be Bush. Dug up by Hallie Crockett. Russ push outside. Lucas cross-court shot, and Koenig is there in the back row. Middle on the way. Bosch dug out by Russ. Back set by Josie Jensen. Schumacher middle. Bosch is there, and she hammers it home with authority. Shaley now has her 8th kill in a long rally that goes to the Lions. Service on the way here for Holm will continue. And a good spot, and that's an ace. 4th ace here of this match, and a serving ace here makes it 14-9 as Evenson comes back on. Service here by Holm. Crockett with the dig. Russ set middle. Jensen right-hand side out of play. No touch. Now 15-9. Northern Cass pretty much putting up a double block every time Josie Jensen is in the vicinity. So who's going to be available to win those one-on-one chances will be the answer or the potential question. Back set. Here's Hayden Crockett off the double block. Dug out there by Holm. Into the interior play here for the Lions over the double block now by Bush. Russ push outside Lucas. And this is going to be Koenig. Good dig. A little 50-50 one at the net. Won by Josie Jensen. Jensen able to win that one here for the Jags. Now at 15-10 here for Linton-HMB. Service on the way for Noelle Erickson. As Erickson will come on to serve here for the Jags. As she does into the back. Service here by Schumacher. Back set on the way. This one blocked at the net after the hit by Bush. Now it's the interior play by Bosch. One-on-one. Elise Sand with the partial block. Tip on the way now by Jensen. Holm able to get it back over. Then Jensen over the double block for the kill. Josie starting to heat up now in the middle spot here in a couple of points. Rallied off by the Jags as they're back within 4. Set number 1 went to Northern Cass 25-16. What will set number 2 provide for us? So far, it's been a good one. Erickson to serve into the back. Koenig is there. 10-foot line here for Schumacher. Bad pass, and she'll take advantage of that one. 15-12. That one just had no way to get to the interior play here for Bosch. When there's a time to make a mistake, it's when you got a couple of points in your back pocket here. And here's Erickson continuing to serve. As she handles it, left-hand side, Holm is there, and Erickson earns the ace. And it's Northern Cass on a run and a timeout here by head coach Jamie Richter as Noelle Erickson gets the 3rd ace here for Northern Cass in this volleyball match. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. It's the Jags trailing it by 2 with the serve, and we come back.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
Northern Cass trailing at 15-9, rattled off 4 straight points right now. Now they trail it by 2. Timeout here by head coach Jamie Richter, and the Linton-HMB Lions. Service will continue by Noelle Erickson and Northern Cass. Jags trying to get up 2 sets to love here, going to the third while Linton-HMB trying to make it a 1-1 contest going into set 3, and knowing that we would get to the 4th set if that is the case. Service on the way here for Erickson. This one will be to Koenig in the back. Service on the way for Shoemaker. This one comes in off the block for the point here for Linton-HMB. That'll be Shaylee Bosch. So 16-13 now for the Lions. Service upcoming here for Grace Koenig. This one back left corner. Jensen dig. Erickson push outside here. That's to Elise Sand for the kill. The senior Elise Sand gets the kill here for Northern Cass. And the Jags get the serve right back here with Jensen. Two heavyweights going back and forth here in this championship contest. This will come for the Lions, set up to the outside here, punched over on the third by Weininger. Evenson there with the back bump on the way to Crockett off the double block, and this one will be tied at the net as Holm came in front of her libero here, and Crockett will be awarded the point. Valley right now has 5, and Northern Cass with a chance to tie at 16 apiece. Service by Jensen. Running jump serve here for Josie into the back by Holm, bumped up there by Koenig and up and over on the third now by Weininger. Middle, Erickson tipped by Elise Sand near side on the sideline here. And now into the back row by Holm, blocked at the net by Elise. It pinballs around and Weininger able to push it over on the third. Erickson outside hitter now for Crockett, and Koenig keeps that one alive. She'll come near side here. Weininger over the single block of Sand, tied at the net. Erickson backs at Lucas off the double block, and we'll have a net violation point awarded to Northern Cass. And we're tied at 16 apiece. It's been Linton-HMB to lead wire to wire so far here in the second set, as Northern Cass has a chance to take their first lead here in the second with Jensen at the service line. Holm middle, Schumacher back set to Bosch down the line, out of play, and Northern Cass takes their first lead here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in the second set. 17-16 Northern Cass. Jensen continues to serve here for the Jags. Josie Jensen with the running jump serve, dug out there by Holm. Schumacher middle, tipped on the way by Bosch. Evenson there on the cover. Erickson sets and gets it over then on the third. This one pushed right back over on Northern Cass's side. Jensen does a good job chasing it down back left corner. And Sand with the push over then on the third. Koenig, Schumacher, this one back row, Holm back left corner. And Jensen with a right-handed swing keeps it in play. Outside Crockett down the line, going down to Ania Schick. Middle, Bosch off the deflection for the kill. Shanley's got 10 kills now. The Lions have it at 17 apiece. Starting to get better and better with time in this championship match between these two teams. Service here for Gracie Schumacher with the level of play in this state championship. Jensen Erickson gets it over, then on the second. Schumacher set up Bosch in the middle off the double block. No touch at the net, out of play. Point awarded to Northern Cass. Jags go back to the service line here with Ellie Lucas, the daughter of D.C. Lucas, as a good mass majority of these girls will be getting ready for the basketball season upcoming on Monday. This one, Schumacher, back set middle. This one hit over then on the third by Weininger. Erickson set up outside. Hallie Crockett off her back right heel. Now it's Schumacher, back set. This one, Weininger sets it up, and Jensen earns a dig for a moment, but that goes out of play, and Weininger earns the kill. Kaylee with her second, and now it's tied at 18 apiece. So tied at 16, 17, 18. Nip and tuck now here in the last couple of points, as a serve will be coming with Shaylee Bosch. Bosch with a running jump serve down the line. Crockett there with the dig. Erickson sets. This one goes near side to Elise Sand. Off the block, off the deflection there of Emma Weiser, and Sand is able to earn the point. Elise handles her second kill here, 19-18 for the Jags. Service on the way here by Miss Rust. As Addie Rust, or Addison for the full name, will be coming on to serve here for Northern Cass. As she does into the middle, this one will come here, back set on the way, down the line. Evenson is there to keep it alive. Now it's going to be back row here for Josie Jensen. Koenig is there. Schumacher set up middle. This one coming off a Weiser, blocked at the net. Still on the Linton-HMB side. Here's Bosch in the back row, off the deflection of Austin for the point and the kill here for Shaylee. She's got 6 now in the set, 11 in this contest, and it's 19-19 here for Linton-HMB and Northern Cass. Serve to come here for the Lions, as this one will be with Brooklyn Schumacher. Rust, back set. This one is Crockett with the tip. Covered there by Holm. Here's a back set on the opposite side as Weiser, Crockett, and Hallie will have to get this one over on the third. She does. Good spot back left corner. Lions will utilize it, though, with Bosch as she gets it over on the third. This one almost hits a scoreboard on the dig. Back set. Crockett pushes it right-hand side on a play, and it's the Lions now who lead it by 1. 20-19, Linton-HMB, and a timeout on the floor by head coach Angie Johnson will break as well. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's the Lions up by 1 over the Jags on yourliveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
20-19, Linton-HMB over Northern Cass here in the State Class B Championship. Chase Miller with you courtside from the Bismarck Event Center. Well, continuing with our coverage on Tuesday, a little wrestling triangular with Lisbon, with Grafton and Kindred. That'll be in Enderlin, and then we'll really get going for our winter schedule on November the 29th. We will have that for you here over the next couple of weeks as we continue to put that on yourliveevent.com from everything from basketball, wrestling, and hockey. Now blink your eyes, it's going to be February 15th before we know it. After the timeout here, Brooklyn Schumacher with the serve. This one coming middle now for Northern Cass with Crockett. Dugout back right corner. Back set on the way. This one cross court by Weiser, but we're going to have a net violation here on Hayden Crockett. And this will be a point awarded now to Linton-HMB. So 21-19. Service on the way here for the Lions as this one will come across the net, and that's an ace. And now 22-19, the ace on the way by Brooklyn. Schumacher now with her 5th of the team, the second tier for the Lions here in this match for Brooklyn. Dugout now by Evenson, set up. Here's Crockett. Crockett able to get that one across for the tip and kill. That's Hallie Crockett with the tip kill opportunity, and now Northern Cass trails it by 2, but goes to the service line with the aforementioned Crockett. So far with 2 aces on the evening for Northern Cass. This one into the middle. Lions set it up here, and this will be off the top of the block for the kill with Lacey Bush. Bush with the kill here, 23-20. Service on the way here for Linton-HMB, as this will be with Emma Schick. Schick will go to the service line here as that one comes across. Evenson is there for the dig. Coming middle now is Josie Jensen. Page Holm there off the ricochet. Schumacher outside of the aforementioned Holm cross court. Evenson with the dig. Jensen looks to flush it home but can't as Holm is there. This one comes right back on Northern Cass's side. They'll have to bump it over with Jensen as they do on the third. Schumacher backs it on the way. This is blocked at the net after the hit there by Bush, and the block will go to Northern Cass. Josie Jensen earns the block here, and the Jags are back within 2. Service upcoming for the Jags with Evenson. As Northern Cass will come to the service line into the back. Koenig is there for the dig. Lions back set on the way. This one cross court on the hit, and that'll be on the hit there of Brooklyn Schumacher. Outside here for Lucas in the back. Bosch goes down to a knee. Set up here near sideline. Page Holm up and over on the third. Now it's Russ. Middle set up. Jensen, and Bosch is there for the dig. This one comes for Holm again as she pushes it over. Lucas is there. Where does Russ go? Back set. Hayden Crockett down the line for the kill. The sophomore with a perfectly timed kill here for Northern Cass. 23-22, and a chance to tie now for the Jags as Evenson will go to the servants line. Cadence here. This one will come into the back. Linton-HMB will handle it here. 10-foot line with Bosch. Evenson there with the dig. Jags push outside. Lucas up and over the double block into the net, and the Lions able to muscle this one over on the third. Set up middle. Jensen off the block. Kept alive there by Schick, and now nothing can drop if you feel like a Northern Cass fan. A chance outside. Lucas into the back end. Koenig is there, but we have a net violation this time on Linton-HMB. Tied at 23. Tied at 16, 17, 18, 19, and now 23. Who can win the last 2 points back-to-back here in the second set? This one comes across the net. Linton-HMB, they'll go into the back row here for Bosch. Left-hand side, Rust, Evenson, and Rust will punch it back over on the third. Now it's going to be Schumacher outside. Paige home, and she rips one for a kill. Paige home with her second kill, and now it's set point opportunity for Linton-HMB. As the Lion faithful gets to their feet. Holm with the serve, Crockett with the dig. Russ comes up middle, Jensen. There is no touch at the net. That one out of play, and Linton-HMB takes the second set. We know we're going for now inside the Bismarck Event Center. Set 1 to the Jags, 25-16. Set 2 to the Lions, 25-23. Buckle up on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's 1 set apiece here in the State Class B Championship.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. And well, in the second set, Shaylee Bosch had 6 kills to lead the floor for Linton-HMB. You had Lacey Bush, who finished with 3 in the set, 4 in the match, and 5 aces so far here for the Lions to 0 service errors. That's been a good recipe for success for Linton-HMB. Northern Cass right now led by Hallie Crockett with 6 kills. Josie Jensen has 6 as well, and 4 blocks. That's resulted in a point that's been just Jensen at the net. 3 aces for Northern Cass, but 3 service errors for the Jags. It was back and forth. Linton-HMB led nearly wire to wire. Northern Cass led briefly at 17-16, 18-17, 19-18, but the Lions did go on and win 25-23 in that second set. The State Class B Championship here between Northern Cass and Linton-HMB. Both teams 38-1 on the season. Head coach Jamie Richter here for the Lions in her 19th season, 539 wins to 162 losses. While for Northern Cass, Angie Johnson, it's her 4th season here, and she's been awfully good as well. 120 wins, 15 losses, and 1 tie for Coach Johnson as Erickson gets us ready to go here for the 3rd set. This one pushed outside over the block there by Bush on a little miss-hit changeup, but it works out perfectly for a kill for Linton-HMB. This one will be Lacey Bush there with her 5th kill of the match, and the Lions now take an early lead here in set number 3. This one will come. Erickson set up middle. Lucas with the power tip covered here by the Lions, and then Bosch comes the other end and hammers one home in the middle. Shaylee with her 12th kill here, and the Lions starting to heat up Latter part of the first set carried over to second, and now doing what they did in the second with a quick early start here in the third. This one comes across Jensen with the dig. Erickson set up middle here. Jensen blocked at the net, and that's going to be Bosch here with the block. And right now, everything feels like it's going on the side of Linton-HMB right now here in this third set. Very early, but momentum right now with the team clad in maroon. Into the back is going to be Austin. Erickson set up outside. Elise Sand, she's going to be blocked at the net off the block by Crockett, and that's going to be Grace Schumacher. Schumacher earns the block, and now it's 4-0 here for the Lions. Service on the way for Holm. As Holm will come on here into the middle. Austin there set by Lucas and pushed over by Elise Sand. Now it's going to be Gracie Schumacher. Middle tipped by Bosch, and a good spot here for Shaley. Shaley now with 13 kills. It's 5-0 and a timeout on the floor by head coach Angie Johnson. Low break as well. The Lions continuing to roar more and more as this match goes along at 1 set apiece. It's the Lions up by 5.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Timeout brought to you in part by Bank North here inside the Bismarck Event Center. 5-0 for Linton-HMB, and after the timeout, Coach Angie Johnson had her players have a little bit of player-only conversation. She went over to her assistant coaches, then came on, gave some last-minute instructions, but wanting her team to figure it out a little bit between the players on the court right now. If you're Linton-HMB, it hasn't just been dropping in the back. They've kept a lot of volleyballs on a way to be alive here, and the Jags right now just need something to break their way here in the third set. Austin Erickson back set. Here's Jensen off the double block. Kept alive here. Schumacher gets it over quickly on the second. Outside Lucas. This one down the line, and that's going to be a kill. Lucas here for Northern Cass gets in the kill category. She's got her third, and Northern Cass now will have the serve for the first time here in this. Make it second time here in this third set. Service on the way, running jump serve by Josie Jensen. Into the back, there's going to be Schumacher. This one cross court. No touch after the hit there. On the way by Linton-HMB with Lacey Bush. Makes it 5-2 now for the Janks. Linton-HMB with this win, if they could finish it off against Northern Cass, would go 101-3. 101-3 in the last 3 seasons as Schumacher pushes it across in the second for the kill. So they're trying to win 101 out of 4 matches here in the last 3 years for Linton-HMB. On the opposite side for Northern Cass, trying to earn a little bit of revenge from last season. They've been awfully good this year. 38 wins, 1 loss for themselves here for head coach Angie Johnson and their senior 6 here for the Jags. This one will come with Erickson. Middle Sand rifles one from the middle hit spot for the kill. Give Erickson the assist, and Sand now has her 3rd kill of this match. Service here for Ellie Lucas and the Jags. As Lucas will have a running jump serve here as she does into the back right corner. This one here pushed across, and that one will be out of play after the hit by Weininger. Point awarded to Northern Cass. Serve will continue now with Lucas and the Janks. Running jump serve here into the back right corner. Linton-HMB backs it on the way. This one, Shaylee Bosch off the double block, coming across on that side from the middle to the outside spot on the far side for the kill. And right now it's been the Shaylee Bosch show here for Linton-HMB. 14 kills. The next closest with 5 is Lacey Bush, then 2 apiece by Holm, Schumacher, and Weininger. Evenson with the dig. Erickson set outside. Crockett down the line, in for a rip shot kill. Crockett. That's Hallie earns it. She's got her 7th down to lead the 4 for Northern Cass. Josie Jensen with 6th and 3 apiece with Ellie Lucas and Elise Sand. Service on the way coming here with Rust for the Jags. As Rust will come on for the running jump serve into the middle. This one will come for Linton-HMB. Backs it on the way. Blocked at the net by Crockett. Now it's going to be into the middle here off the double block is Bosch. Northern Cass set middle. Awesome back left corner. Good placement, but Schumacher able to pirouette. Then it's punched over by Weininger on the 3rd. Crockett looking to return the favor on a push. Partially deflected at the net. Holm will handle it. And this one punched over. Then on the 3rd, hit by Linton-HMB with Weiser. Outside on the way. Crockett right hand side. Koenig with the dig. Outside now for another chance. And we're going to have a violation on the double hit by the Lions. Point here to Northern Cass. Service on the way here for Rust will continue for the Jags. Jags with a running jump serve back right corner. This one at the 10-foot line for Schumacher. Into the back row to Holm. Now to Jensen on the opposite mid-back. Outside on the way for Crockett. Off the block. Austin is down the cover. Hayden Crockett pushes it to the older sister, Hallie Crockett, who punches it over. Then on the 3rd, Schumacher outside, near side here. That's to Weiser for the kill. Emma Weiser has her first kill here for Linton-HMB to make it now 8-6 in favor of the Lions. Service here for Linton-HMB with Shaylee Bosch. As Bosch will come on to the running jump serve. That'll be the first service error for the Lions here in this championship match. This one just has the feeling of it might go 5. We know it's going 4, but the way this tournament has gone, so far we've had 5 setters here in the State B tournament here out of 12 matches, or make it 11 matches so far. Middle set up. Jensen off the side of the block for the kill. Jensen now with her 7th, and we're tied at 8 apiece on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 5 setters, 3 4 setters, and 3 sweeps so far here in 11 matches, and here's an ace for Crockett. That one just dipped down late like a curveball, going 12-6 and a catcher's mitt. The only problem was the catcher's mitt back left corner was Bosch, and she was unable to handle it. Crockett earns the ace. She's got 1 now in every match so far, as this one will be coming across by Crockett and a service error here for Northern Cass. First of the set, 4th in the contest. Serve will be coming here for Linton-HMB with Brooklyn Schumacher. The freshman so far here with make it 3 aces in this tournament, 2 in this title match alone. And that one will be out of play on a service error, and Northern Cass will be awarded the point right back. So tied at 9, tied at 8, and now a 10-9 edge here for Northern Cass as Evenson will come on to serve. Cadence to the line, this one into the middle. Now it's me, Schumacher, set up middle here, blocked at the net is Jensen after the hit by Bush, and Josie Jensen earns the block here for the Jags, make it 11-9 for Northern Cass. And Northern Cass is starting to find their footing a little bit more as this 3rd set continues. Service on the way by Evenson, back left corner, Linton-HMB. This one pushed outside, Holm up and over the double block, and we'll have a net violation here on Hayden Crockett. Point awarded here, and Linton-HMB will be awarded the point and the serve. At the service line now for the Lions will be Emma Schick, the senior defensive specialist here for Linton-HMB. This one goes to Crockett, Hallie, Russ, middle, Jensen comes down, and that's going to be dug up back right corner by Keenan. Now it's Holm, blocked by Jensen at the net. Set up by Bosch, up and over for Holm for the tip, and a really good spot for the kill. Holmes got her 3rd. She's got a kill so far in every match, and it's 11-11 here as checking into the game now for Northern Cass will be Tess Jalbert, the freshman at 5'8", as Hayden Crockett will come out of rotation right now. They're making sure they'll have the rotational spot all good here on the near sideline as they go through, tied at 11 apiece on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Reminder, this broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association, as they'll check both sides here to make sure everything is good. Service on the way here for Linton-HMB, as this one will be with Emma Schick. So Schick will come on now to the service line. as she will come on to serve here for the Lions. As coming on now will be right-hand side to Jensen. 10-foot line, Russ. Push outside for Lucas, and that's going to be off the deflection for the kill. Ellie Lucas now with 4, and if she can continue to hit that outside spot and take some pressure off of Josie Jensen, that'll do wonders here for Northern Cass as this match continues. This match a little over an hour old. That started back at 7:15 here on this Saturday evening. Erickson with the serve. Back left corner is Keenan. Now it's going to be pushed to the outside here, up and over on the hit. On the third by Bush. Northern Cass, this one will be pushed over by Elise Sand on the tip. Coming down to a knee was Keenan. Backs on the way, and Bush is going to be blocked at the net, and we will have a lift here on Linton-HMB. Jags back up by 2. Jags are up 11-9, now 13-11. Erickson continues to serve. Back left corner, Holm has to play it. 50-50 ball up and over them by Bush on the third. Crockett is there. Erickson set up middle. Jensen through the block for the kill. Makes it now 14-11. Quicker offense as we've seen from Northern Cass right now in the last handful of moments here. 14-11 for the Jags as Erickson will come on and serve. As she does into the back. This one will go Schumacher. Back set on the way to Holm. This to the back in Austin for the dig. Outside on the way. Lucas off the double block for the kill. And it's 15-11 here for Northern Cass. And Coach Richter wants a timeout on the floor. But Ellie Lucas now with 5 kills here for the Jaguars. Timeout brought to you in part by Bank North in this third set of the state championship match in Class B. Is Northern Cass up by 4 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm Darian Bitts. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nb.gov/confident.
I'm Trace Tisver. I'm confident on the stage, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Timeout here brought to you in part by Bank North. They offer the tradition and advanced products and services that keep you grounded and ahead of the curve in today's fast-paced world here at Bank North. 15-11, Northern Cass over Linton-HMB in the third set. Chase Miller with you from the Bismarck Event Center. Service on the way here for Erickson for the Jags after the timeout by Coach Richter and Linton-HMB. This one to the near side. At the net now, back set on the way. This one off Home off the double block. The Jags will push it outside. Lucas with the power tip down the line, and for Northern Castle, handle it at the 10-foot line with Home. Austin there with the dig, tied at the net. Erickson to Jensen, gets this one over on the third, and a missed pass, and Jensen will take it. 16-11, Josie Jensen will earn it. Now 16-11 here again for the Jags. What was a 11-11 contest, 5 consecutive points for the team clad in gold here tonight, Northern Cass, and this one almost makes it 6 after the dig by Holm. Middle, Jensen off the block, kept alive by Schumacher. Push near side is Holm, over the block on the cross court, shot to Crockett. Now it's outside Lucas off the top of the block here as Bosch has to continue to play it outside Holm. This one will come, push right back over by Jensen, and now it's going to be the 10-foot line pushed over by Emma Schick. Erickson backs it, Sand down the line, and Keen is there for the dig. Outside here, Holm with the tip, and it just gets over the net, and we'll have a lift violation, and point will be awarded here to Linton-HMB. Holm, you couldn't have placed it any better if you were trying. That one just floated across on a knuckler, and about maybe just a little bit less of a push probably would have ended up on the Lions side, but instead it's a point here to Linton-HMB. Lucas pushes it over on the third. The Lions with a chance to use it. They go back row up and over to the aforementioned Holm just moments ago. Back set. This is Sand going into the back. Dug up by Holm. Schumacher set up middle here. Blocked at the net. In play after the hit by Shaylee Bosch. Elise Sand and Jensen were there, and we're going to give that one-on-one to Elise Sand. Makes it now 17-12 here for Northern Cass. Jensen to serve as she does in the back. Kean is there. Schumacher backs it on the way. This one goes for Bush. Austin is there for the dig. Now outside for Crockett down the near sideline. Here goes Linton-HMB with the tip. That's by Bosch here. And then Austin just trips up there, and no one was able to help her out as that's going to be a point awarded here to Linton-HMB and Shaylee Bosch. She's got 15 kills to lead the floor here for the Lions. Serve here for Linton-HMB, 10-foot line Lucas. That'll be a miss hit out of play, and the Lions are awarded the point. One timeout remaining for both teams in this third set. Erickson outside here for Crockett off the block. Keen is there for the dig. 10-foot line Schumacher. Here's Bosch, right-hand side out of play. There is no touch. Point awarded here, 18-14. The Linton-HMB bench wanted a touch. Nothing was granted here. 18-14 now for Northern Cass. Service on the way for Lucas and the Jags. Northern Cass 7 points away, but trying to get to 20 awfully quickly here. Have some breathing room with themselves in Linton-HMB. Bosch has other thoughts off the top of the block. Jensen uses it. Erickson backs it. Austin down the line, and Keene is there for the back row dig. Now it's home with the push into the back left corner. Erickson, Lucas bumped outside for Crockett, and she can't muscle it over the net. 18-15 here as the action continues to come in a flurry. Gracie Schumacher will be coming on to serve here for Linton-HMB. Still to come tonight here in Bismarck as well. West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Bismarck Century in the Class A championship match. Crockett off the top of the block. There is no touch, and point awarded here to Lions at 18-16. This one will go now for Linton-HMB as they'll go to the service line here for Schumacher. Schumacher, the southpaw off the top of the net and hit it perfectly. That's going to be an ace on the way here for Gracie Schumacher. That's her second, and a timeout by Coach Johnson on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's 18-17. Jags up by 1. We'll take a break with them here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Sharing their future, sharing their heritage with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. That again is dhbanknd.com, providing our scoreboard coverage here of Northern Cass throughout this state tournament run. 18-17 Jags over the Lions. Linton-HMB with one timeout remaining. Northern Cass, well, they're down to 0 here in this third set. Winner gets up 2-1 in this championship match. Crockett with the dig. This one backs on the way. Elise Sam push back left corner. Kept alive by Home. This one coming. Weininger blocked at the net, but out of play, and point will be awarded to the Lions. Weininger's got her third kill. She's got one in every set so far. Now we're tied at 18 apiece. A 16-11 lead for Northern Cass is now tied at 18. Evenson with the dig. Here's Erickson with the bump to the outside. That's Crockett, and that one's going to be blocked at the net by Paige Bosch. So back-to-back points here, and Bosch will earn the point here for the Lions. As now Linton-HMB holds a lead. The first time since it was 8-7 Lions here in this third set. Evenson, good pass this time to Erickson. Trying for the dump kill opportunity. Schumacher was there. Now goes the ulterior play here for Weininger. Partially blocked at the net. Austin backs at Erickson. Outside on the way. Crockett. Right-hand side. Keane there for the dig. Lions will handle it to the outside here. This one will be kept alive out of play. And we will have a 4 hit here as it never got over the net. Northern Cass will be awarded the point now at 19 apiece. So to come, we'll find out who the Coach of the Year is in Class B and the Senior Athlete of the Year. Region 1 Senior Athlete of the Year, Hallie Crockett. Region 1 Coach of the Year was Tanner Carlson from Wymer Lidgerwood. Service here for the Jags as this one comes across with Rust. Schumacher backs it on the way. This one is going to be Weininger down the line. Evenson was ready for that one, and now Crockett has to bump this one over on the third. Gracie set middle. This one is going to be by Bosch for the kill. Shaylee Bosch, 5 kills in the first set, 6 kills in the second, and 5 kills here in the third for Linton-HMB. Service here for the aforementioned Bosch. As Shaley will come on for the running jump serve, right-hand side. Josie Jensen is there. Evenson outside now. That's going to be up and over on the third by Hayden Crockett. This one comes to the 10-foot line. Page home, good spot. Crockett there with the dig. Rust backs it on the way. This is Crockett. Hallie outside on the cross-court spot. And it goes to Linton-HMB now 21-19. Set 1 went to the Jags, 25-16. Set 2 goes to Linton-HMB, 25-23. And Shaylee Bosch will come on and serve. As she does down the line, Jensen there with a dig. Jags set outside. Hayden Crockett off her right heel. That'll be off the post, though. And point will be to the Lions. Lions with 3 straight points here. And Coach Johnson again with no timeouts remaining. So Crockett will come out. Tess Jobler will come in. And now for Linton-HMB, they can try to pull away and finish it off here in the third set and get up 2-1. Northern Cass looking for a quick side out right now as Bosch continues to serve. Back right corner, Jensen is there. This one comes at the 10-foot line as Dahlberg gets it over on the third. Schumacher back set pushed across then on the third by Weininger. Russ set up middle. Jocelyn Austin with the left hand. Joust was won then by Northern Cass as it goes right back on the side of Linton-HMB. Push right hand side and a great spot for Gracie Schumacher. Schumacher with the push kill there to the back right corner. That's her third, makes it 23-19 now. Here the edge for Linton-HMB. Lions on to serve here for Linton-HMB again with Shaylee Bosch. This one comes to the back, Evenson there. This one coming with Russ as she comes into the scorer's table. She's all right, and Crockett puts it over then on the third. This one up and over by home. Hayden Crockett is there. Hallie Crockett pushed it left-hand side. This one pushed in by Schumacher, and she's going corner to corner. She went right, and now she went left. And Gracie Schumacher's got about the biggest smile on that you could have at any time in your life. Schumacher now with her 4th kill, and she went to the back right. Now she goes back left, and set point here for Linton-HMB. Jensen. This one will be with Rust. Crockett looked to punch this one over on the third, does. Now it's Gracie Schumacher, set up middle, pushed across. Crockett is there. This one, Rust into the back here. Jensen with the pushover, short on the third. Is going to be kept alive. Backset on the way. Weininger off the block. Crockett keeps it alive, and then Rust will give it to Hallie Crockett here. Tips it for the kill. Hallie earns her 8th, but more importantly for the Jags, they get to the service line here with still a heartbeat in the third set. Crockett, that's Hallie on to serve. Down by 4 is Northern Cass on your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. This one floats across. Bosch is there. Schumacher outside on the way for home. Off the double block and kept alive by Evenson. And now Hallie Crockett bumps this one over then on the third. Middle, Schumacher outside of home again. Big hit on the way. There is no touch, and the point will be awarded to Northern Cass. Serve all the way here for Crockett. Won't continue. This one, left-hand side, Bosch with the dig. Now it goes Schumacher. Back set here for Weininger off the block, off the net, and that'll do it for set number 3. Linton-HMB wins set number 3, 25-21. Set 1, Jags, 25-16. Set 2, Lions, 25-23. Set 3, Lions, 25-21. Our set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency is next on YourLiveEvent.com.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
As we get here to the fourth set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. And now it's a chance for the time for Northern Cass to have to dig deep, as they will need to get this 1-5. Otherwise, Linton-HMB, if they rattle it off here, they will win their third consecutive state Class B championship. Right now, Shaylee Bosch with 16 kills to lead the floor for Linton-HMB. 6 aces compared to 2 service errors here for the Lions. Josie Jensen with 9 kills. Hallie Crockett has 8 for Northern Cass. 4 aces to 4 service errors for the Jags. That again is our set recap brought to you in part by our friends at Hunter Insurance Agency. Go to hunterinsuranceagency.com for more information. And taking a look at Northern Cass here this season, 5-setter with Mayport CG earlier in the year. They were able to win that. Lost in 5 to Northern Cass, then at Hunter, and those have been the only 5-setters here this season for Northern Cass. They haven't played too many 4-setters either. A 4-set win against Kindred, a 4-set win against Sargent County, 4-set win against Langdon, and then the Jags 1-4 against Kenmare Bull Bell. So they're in not so much uncharted territory, but they just haven't been put in this situation too many times with their backs to the wall against a team that's got experience, against a team that's been there, done that now with Linton-HMB, as they're trying to win their third consecutive state championship and do something only that's been done by Lemoore Litchfield Marion. The Lobos won it in 2015, 2016 as Lemoore, then LLM won it in 2017. As they're trying to join the record books for the first time it was sanctioned since '89 here in State Class B volleyball. To start the 4-set of play, Northern Cass here with Rust set up middle. Jensen left-hand side, dug out there by Schick, and then finished off by Rust. Make that Jensen at the net. Point awarded here to Northern Cass, as it's going to be the Jags playing with an early lead now. Jags did in the first set. Linton-HMB did so in set 2 and set 3, so if that trend continues, we'll see if it does here in the fourth. This one off the top of the block. Crockett, Erickson, and Austin trying to muscle this one over. As she does, Schumacher home, outside on the way, tight, and Austin with the left-handed fist, able to punch that one over somehow, some way. Point awarded to Northern Cass. You have the fan base here of Linton-HMB on their feet waiting for that first point. The fan base of Northern Cass right behind us here making some noise throughout this title match. Erickson, this one coming middle. Jensen with the tip. Bosch is there, quickly pushed over by Schumacher. Crockett's ready for it. Erickson outside Lucas. This would help, but Lucas is blocked at the net by Gracie Schumacher. Point here to Linton-HMB. Serve on the way here for the Lions, as this will be with their libero and Grace Koenig. This one comes across. Erickson, Jensen able to get this one the other side. Koenig is there. Now it's going to be up and over, and that's going to somehow circle its way through for the kill for the Lions. Kaylee Weininger, that one just had like a C&I single, so to speak, as it went by 3, make it 4 Jaguars, 2 at the net and then 2 in the back. Those were tied at 2 apiece. Jensen with the dig. Erickson set up to Jensen. Now back left corner. This one pushed over down on the second by Schumacher. Erickson outside on the way, up and over by Elise Sang. Kean is there on the cover. This one goes into the back to Page Home off the block. Austin continues with it. Erickson set up middle. Jensen, and Kean is there to use it for the dig. Now it's going to be pushed over by Linton-HMB. Here's the Jags. Back set on the way. Elise Sand right hand side. Schumacher now will handle it back set the other way off the block, and Shaylee Bosch earns the kill. Shaylee now with 17 in this match, and Shaylee continues to add them up. 17 and 43, while she's got 60 kills now in the tournament. Erickson outside on the way. Elise Sand cross court, that'll be out of play. Point awarded here to the Lions. So Linton-HMB now leads it 4-2 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. This one will come. Erickson pushes it over back left side. There on the way is home. Schumacher outside here for Weininger. Blocked at the net by Jensen. Lions will handle it here as they muscle it over by Bosch. Then on the third, Austin on the way. Erickson set up middle left-hand side, and that's going to be in there for Josie Jensen for the kill. Jensen now in double digits here for Northern Cass, as the Jags will get it right back to the service line now for head coach Angie Johnson, as Tess Jalbert will come on it to the service line. Tess here, the freshman at 5'8" to serve, as she handles this one now for the Jags. This one comes across back right corner. Linton-HMB to the outside. This will be Weininger off the top of Austin for the kill. Weininger will handle her 5th kill now, and it's Linton-HMB up 5-3. The Lions 20 points away. Still a lot of play can be done, but 20 points away from winning their 3rd consecutive state title. Northern Cass looking to get some rhythm going here in the 4th. Outside Crockett off the top of the block, way back to the back right corner. Homa's there on the cover, and we're going to have a lift. Or a double hit. I'll call it double hit, but regardless, Northern Cass will take the point. James to serve here with Ellie Lucas, as she will handle it here now off the running jump serve. In the back right corner is Holm. Here's going to be into the middle now off the block for Shaylee Bosch. And Shaylee will earn that one here for her 18th kill. And now it's going to be 6-4 here for the Lions. Service on the way for Linton-HMB with Shaylee Bosch. This one hit into the net, and Linton-HMB will have their 3rd service error here of this volleyball match. Service on the way for Addie Rust upcoming for Northern Cass. Jags with 4 aces so far, 3 by Hallie Crockett and 1 by Tess Jalbert. This one comes across, check that one by Erickson. This one comes across the net. Crockett is there for the block. Now it's going to be pushed over then on the 3rd on the way there by Weiser. Evenson back bump. This is Crockett right-hand side. That's going to be out of play. That was close, and the Jaguar faithful want to say that that one was in, but point will be awarded here to Linton-HMB now at 7-5. Schumacher will come on and serve now for Linton-HMB. That'll be Brooklyn. This one right-hand side, Jalbert there with the dig, Evenson with the bump, and this one comes across by Austin, right-hand side. Now for Linton-HMB to the interior. This is Paige Holm, blocked at the net, and this one continues to pinball around and pushed over then on the 3rd. Rust sets it outside Hayden Crockett, up and over, and a good spot for Hayden. Crockett with her 3rd kill here. The Jags trailing it by 1 now on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Serve upcoming here for Crockett. As Allie comes to the service line, as she does, Shaylee Bosch is there. Schumacher pushes it outside. Holm gets blocked at the net. That'll be by Austin. As this one will be with Northern Cass here, tied at 7 apiece. So tied at 2, tied at 7 so far here in the 4th set. Crockett on to serve, as this one will come across now for Linton-HMB, up and over. Northern Cass will utilize it for Josie Jensen off the double block. This one's going to be pushed to the outside, across on the 3rd by Weininger. Northern Cass Rust backs it on the way. This one, Austin, back left corner. Linton-HMB will utilize it outside here by Weiser on the push. Crockett is there. Rust set up middle. Jensen off the double block, and Bosch is there, pushed over by Schumacher, right-hand side. Jags, Rust backs it. Jocelyn Austin here, able to get that one across on the 3rd. Near sideline for Paige Holm, up and over the double block. Hayden is there. Rust looking for the dump kill. Holm was able to recover, though, for the Lions. Back set on the way. This one blocked at the net by Jensen after the hit by the Lions and Weiser. Jensen now will handle her 7th block. That's resulted in a point. 8-7 the lead here for Northern Cass. Serve here by Crockett. Bosch is there, backs out of the way by Weiser, and she uses the side of the block here for Jensen for the kill. Weiser earns her 2nd kill here of the match for Linton-HMB, and it's tied at 8 apiece. Lions to serve now. This will be with Emma Schick. As Schick will come on here into the back with Evenson. Rust set up middle. Jensen off the top of the block, kept alive there by Bosch in the back. This one up and over on the tip by Bush. Middle set. Jensen blocked at the net. Austin with the left fist to keep it going. And then we're going to have a double hit. Point will be awarded here to Linton-HMB. Set number 1, 25-16 Northern Cass. It's been the Lions in set 2 and set 3 at 25-23 and 25-21. Rush set up middle. Jensen left-hand side. Schick is there, back left corner. Now Bosch in the back row to Evenson. Rust, now it's going to be Crockett at the 10-foot line, able to get that one across. Lions will handle it here as they'll have to volley this one over with Schick on the third. Evenson is there. Jakes set up. This is Jensen for the kill. Jensen now with her 11th, and it's a 9-9 contest. Earlier today, Dickinson Trendy won over Garrison for 7th place. New Rockford Cheyenne over R.A. Demers for 5th, and Thompson took 3rd as they were able to upend Kenmare Bullbells. This one cross-court they hit. Lucas is there, pushed across by Hallie Crockett. Schick, middle, backs it on the way. Blocked at the net by Jensen after the hit by Bush, and Josie Jensen continues to be a stat stuffer here for the Janks. 10-9, Northern Cass with the 1-point edge with Evenson on the serve. As Cadence will come on here, right-hand side. Bosch is there for the dig. Now it's to Bosch in the back row as she hits it into the net here. And the Jags and Coach Richter now for the Lions need a little bit of a timeout. We'll break with them. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. It's Northern Cass 11-9 here in the fourth set on yourliveevent.com.
Are you thinking about upgrading your planter? This is Shane from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsborough and Drayton. I ask you the question about upgrading your planter because this is the time for you to ask me to explain the Precision Plant Partner programs. Yes, you could get some of your planter equipment paid for. Contact RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. 11-9 Northern Cass here over Linton-HMB in this fourth set. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here throughout this volleyball tournament. Some of those include Mike Crockett at Med Plus Physical Therapy, also Norman County Fair, the Northern Cass School District as well, alongside Hunter Insurance Agency and more. Without them, we would not be able to be here, so make sure you patronize those sponsors. Jags up by 2 over the Lions here in the fourth set. Service on the way here by Evenson after the timeout by Linton-HMB. Evenson up and over on the third. This one coming Schumacher to the outside here. Blocked at the net by Jensen after the hit, though, by Bush. And Bush will earn the kill. Lacey now with her 6th kill. And now it's 11-10 here for Northern Cass. Service on the way into the back, and that'll be an ace. Holm will earn the ace here for Linton-HMB. That's her second. 2 by Holm, 2 by Brooklyn Schumacher, 2 by Koenig, and 1 by Emma Schick so far for 7 here for Linton-HMB. Holm continues to serve. Russ push outside. Lucas over the double block, out of play. No touch at the net, and 3 straight points rounded off by the Lions. Service on the way here for Holm in the back right corner. This one will come. Crockett is there. Russ backs it. Jensen comes down. A big hit, but Holm is there in the back corner to earn the dig, and they get this one over then on the third on the way by Bush. Backs it. Here's Hayden Crockett, left-hand side, and Paige Holm is there. They'll have to volley this one across on the push, and Koenig unable to do so. It's a 12-12 contest. As Elise Sand returns to the floor, also Noelle Erickson here for the Jags. Playing up front will be Ellie Lucas. You have Elise Sand and Josie Jensen. This one flutters across. Schumacher backs it on the way. This one is going to be hammered down for the point for Linton-HMB. Lacey Bush now with 7 kills. 13-12 here for the Lions. Serve upcoming here for the Lions, and that one will be with Grace Koenig. Austin with the dig. Erickson pushes it outside to Elise Sand down the line for the tip kill. Elise Sand earns the point for Northern Cass. It's now going to be 13-13. Service here on the way for Tess Jalbert. She will come on now and play the floor here for the Jags. As Tess will come to the service line as she handles it, and she earns the ace. Tess earns the ace here for Northern Cass. 14-13. The lead for the Jags. Service on the way by Tess will continue. This one in the back. Holm is there for the dig. Schumacher to the outside. This one, Weininger blocked at the net and in with Lucas and Sand. Make it 15-13. It went from one side to the opposite side, and that's Elise Sand with the block. Northern Cass now 10 points away here in the 4 set. Service, that'll be out and a service error. But Northern Cass does play now with the lead. They've had a service error, however, in every set. And the serve will be coming here for Linton-HMB. Schumacher here with the left-handed serve into the middle. Tess Jalbert went to pass Erickson mid here with the tip by Elise Sand and a good spot. Elise Sand, the senior, starting to show her experience on the floor. That's her second kill in a matter of moments on top of a block, and Elise Sand is doing a really nice job here for the Jags. 16-14 in this 4th set. Service upcoming now for Lucas. In the back right corner for the ace. Ellie Lucas, the 3rd different Jaguar with an ace, and a timeout on the floor now for Linton-HMB. It's Northern Cass 17, Linton-HMB 14 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
At Verwest Contracting, they treat you like family. Why? Because they're family owned and operated. Located in the heart of the Red River Valley, brothers Mark and Scott Verwest established Verwest Contracting in 2004. They're a full-service contractor offering services from electrical and HVAC. Verwest Contracting handles everything from residential, commercial, and agriculture work. For more information, stop by their location in Hunter or go online to verwestcontracting.com.
17-14 Northern Cass over Linton-HMB in the 4th set here for the Jags as Ellie Lucas will come to the service line. For Northern Cass after the timeout by Coach Jamie Richter. So the Jags right now will come to the service line up by 3 with Lucas on their serve, down 2-1 after winning the 1st set by 9. The Lions won set 2, 25-23, and won the 3rd set by 4. Service, Lucas on the way. Home with a dig in the back middle. This one back set, been over on the hit by Weininger, kept alive, however, and Jalbert able to push it over on the 3rd. Home set outside here, up and over, blocked at the net by Elise Sand. Crockett now will use it. Erickson back set on the way. Austin, and Holm is handling the dig. Schumacher middle. This one will come with Bosch for the kill. Haven't said Shaylee Bosch's name too much here in this 4th set. That's her 3rd kill of the set, her 19th of the match to lead the floor. And Linton-HMB regains the serve here with the aforementioned Bosch. As she handles it across Crockett, this one goes right across the net. Evenson is there, but however, it's going to be hammered home and finished off here by Linton-HMB with Emma Weiser. Lions now with back-to-back points here after the timeout by Coach Jamie Richter. Service with Bosch. Lions getting a little bit closer to trying to win it here in the 4th now. Crockett with the dig. This will be with Erickson pushed outside. Crockett with the tip. Good spot on the way. Now Bosch will handle it, and they got to get this one over on the 3rd. They do with Kean. This one, middle, on the way, Sand, left-hand side. There is going to be Gracie Schumacher, and Holm left to punch this one over on the 3rd. Jalbert, Erickson, set, outside Crockett, and this one is going to be the tip kill at the net. Makes it an 18-16 advantage for the Jags. Crockett, that's her 1st kill of this set, her 9th of this match, and Northern Cass leads it by 2. Winner again. Picks up their 39th win of the season. They'll finish at 39-1. Loser will drop their 2nd match and go 38-2. Back set. This one, Hayden Crockett, left-hand side. Touch at the net. We have one side that says touch, the other says out, but it was going to be touch. That point will be awarded here to Northern Cass, and Hayden Crockett now has her 4th kill. Northern Cass now with a little bit of separation room at 3 as a serve will be coming here for the Jags with Russ with the running jump serve. Back left corner is Bosch. Linton-HMB outside on the push to home down the line as Jalbert is able to hit it after the deflection by Russ, and Evenson with the bump over on the third. Middle set, Schumacher outside home off the block, and this one gets over then on the third by Rust. Linton-HMB, Schumacher looking for the dump kill. Evenson is there. Hayden Crockett and Evenson able to punch this one over on the third. Good placement. Schumacher tight at the net. Tries to get the dump kill. Pushed by Rust back right corner. Koenig, this one. Schumacher outside home. Up and over on the tip. Rust is there, and the Jags muscle this one over again by Evenson. Now it's the Lions to the outside. Page home with another tip. This one comes Crockett on the second with a tip, but out of play, and the point goes to the Lions. Oh, that one gave you goosebumps here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Just a hard-fought point, what you expect inside this venue for the championship. Service on the way here for Brooklyn Schumacher, the freshman. Evenson with the dig. Rust back set. This comes Crockett into the back corner. And now for Linton-HMB, they'll handle it here. This is Weiser, but we'll have a net violation. And the net goes on the Lions. Yeah, either her or Austin. And the Jags are now 5 points away. So point awarded here to Northern Cass, as the Jags will come to the service line here with Crockett on to serve for the Jags. As she will handle it here into the back. Bosch is there. This one comes middle up and over on the tip. Addison Rust now with Evenson, and Hallie Crockett has to bump this one over on the third. Opposite side here to the outside play as Page home off the block. Evenson is there again and pushed over by Rust. Linton-HMB will handle it. Schumacher back set up and over on the third by Weiser. This one coming into the back play here by Crockett left hand side. Linton-HMB has to muscle this one across. They can't, and Crockett earns the point. 21-17. Service upcoming here for Crockett. Hallie, the floater that comes across to Bosch. Here's Schumacher, backs it on the way. This is Weiser, cross court for the kill. Give Gracie Schumacher the assist and give Emma Weiser the kill. That's her third. And on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Lions back within 3. Service on the way here for Linton-HMB. This will be with Emma Schick. Schick comes on to serve. Evenson is there, goes back over on the Lion side. Schumacher set outside home. This one will be out. Was there a deflection or a touch? Nothing was granted, and home with the hitting error allows Northern Cass to get up by 4 here at 22-18. Serve on the way here by Evenson. The Jags 3 points away from getting this one into 5. The Lions right now need a side out. Bosch left-hand side, and the Lions get it, as that was a lift on the way here by Northern Cass. Linton-HMB with the serve right back now, trailing it by 3 with Page home on to serve. Coming up, we'll get to our post-game connection. Just a matter of when. Brought to you in part by Halstead Telephone Company. Jensen with the dig right back on the Lions side, however. Backs on the way by Bosch. Over the block here of Jensen for the kill, and Angie Judson will want a timeout. Shaylee Bosch now with 20 kills here in this volleyball match to lead the floor, and it's the Lions right now down by 2 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll break with them here in set number 4.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Still to come on our post-game show, again, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match, our RDK Enterprises feature precision play or players of the match. And we'll also try to, as best as possible, with all the awards ceremony that goes on as well after the match is or done, to try to get some post-game conversation sound. If we don't, make sure you check out our social media pages, as we will put it on there on yourliveevent.com. It's 22-20 here after the timeout. Service on the way with home for Linton-HMB. Rust, set, middle. Jensen with an absolute Thor of Thunder hammer slam. Jensen's got her 12th, and Northern Cass needed that one. We've been seeing that time and time again, but getting blocked. But on that particular chance, it was one-on-one, and Jensen knew what to do with it. Josie's had a double block for most of the evening to have to work with. Back set Schumacher. This one coming blocked at the net by the aforementioned Jensen. She's thunder and lightning by herself. Jaguars up by 4. Set point here in the fourth for Northern Cass as Erickson continues to serve. This one comes across, floats across, quick pass, pushed across by Schumacher. There it's going to be Austin, and this one now is going to be with Lucas, able to get it over on the third. Schumacher coming, set up middle, Bosch off of Erickson for the kill. Shaylee Bosch now rack him up to 21 here in this match. 24-21, Northern Cass with a match point continues, but the Lions are clawing back. Grace Keeney on to serve. This one, Austin with the dig. Erickson set up middle. Jensen left-hand side, and that's in there for the kill for the Jags. We're going 5 in the state championship. Set number 4 goes to Northern Cass, 25-21. We're back after this with the 5th and final set of the State Class B Championship. That is next on yourliveevent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. If you're looking to switch crop insurance companies, now is the time to learn more about Hunter Insurance Agency at hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen today in Hunter.
It's the 35th year of the Hillsborough Business Association Christmas Cash Campaign. Stop at Dakota Heritage Bank or Goose River Bank and sign up for the HBA's interest-free Christmas cash loans of $500 to $1,000 in Christmas cash available to qualified borrowers. Take 10 months to repay the loan with no finance charge or application fee. All participants will be given additional 10% of each loan amount in free Christmas cash, compliments of the Hillsborough EDC. Sign up for your interest-free Hillsborough Christmas Cash loan today and then visit the businesses participating in the HBA Christmas Cash promotion.
In this volleyball tournament, this will be our 6th 5-setter of the State Class B volleyball tournament. 3 went 4, 3 were a sweep, but this will be our 6th again at 5-setter. Linton-HMB 1-5 against Thompson in the semis. For Northern Cass, it went 3 in the quarters, it went 4 in the semis, now it goes 5 here in the championship. It's the final moments of the State Class B volleyball tournament here between the Jags and the Lions. Chase Miller with you inside the Bismarck Event Center. Winner will cap off a tremendous match and a tremendous season here. The Jags trying to win their 2nd title in program history, the first time since 2013. Linton-HMB looking for their 3rd and their 3rd consecutive as well to put what is an exclamation point on a dynasty, trying to go 101-3 in 104 volleyball matches since 2020. It's been 2 heavyweights, and what more would you expect here in this championship? Thanks to all of our sponsors, including our Dakota Heritage Bank sponsor, Scoreboard, Hunter Insurance Set Recap, a post-game show brought to you in part by HTC, the Enbridge Player of the Game, RDK Enterprises feature Player of the Match, and our timeouts brought to you in part by Bank North. This has just been a tremendous 2022 state championship match here inside the Bismarck Event Center and inside the exhibit hall that started on Thursday afternoon to see Linton-HMB win in 4 over New Rockford Cheyenne. Northern Cass swept our Redeemers. Lions won in 5 over Thompson, coming back being down 2 sets to none yesterday. And Northern Cass 1 in 4 over Kenmare Bowbells. And there's still a match to go. The Class A championship match won't get underway till nearly 10 between West Fargo Cheyenne and Bismarck Century, and a day that started volleyball at 10 o'clock this morning here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Lions fans are on their feet. Jaguar fans are on their feet. The 5th set is ready to go as Evenson will put this one up to the service line for Northern Cass. 1st to 15, win by 2 here in the 5th and final set. Koenig with the dig, backs it on the way. This one comes home off the block. Evenson is there. Lucas keeps it a prize, and this one will get volleyed over on the 3rd by Hallie Crockett. Linton-HMB middle off the top of the block there is going to be hit with Bosch. Coming middle on the opposite side. Jensen gets hit run into the face, and that block is going to be with Lacey Bush. Now Josie Jensen had a smile on it as well. She's going to say, hey, if you're going to block me like that, okay, point to you and Linton-HMB as they serve. Russ set outside Lucas, cross court. This is kept alive by Paige Holm. Now for the Lions here, 10-foot line up and over on the hit by Bush. Russ set middle. Jensen left-hand side, who gives a little payback back on the opposite on the back left corner. Jensen with her 14th kill. We're tied at 1 apiece. Service on the way for Erickson here. Noel to the service line for the Jags. Erickson, this one comes across as it floats, and it's an ace. Erickson with her 3rd ace of the match. And Northern Cass now leads it 2-1. Service will continue by Erickson. This one comes across, floater. Holm is there now to the 10-foot line, backs under the way. This one over the net on the hit by Bush. Now it's going to be Elise Sand to get this one over on the 3rd on the push, and she gets it. Elise Sand with the push kill here for Northern Cass. As Hallie Crockett might be dealing with a nosebleed right now. Might be because it might be a little dry as she's got a little bit of a cotton ball stuck up her nose. This one is going to be hit across for Erickson to the outside now, cross court, and that's in there for the kill for Linton-HMB, and that's with Shaylee Bosch. She now has 22 on the match, and Linton-HMB will get back within 1. Service here, this one will be a service here on the way here for Paige Holm and the Lions. Serve will be now awarded to Northern Cass. 4th service error of the match here for the Lions. Tesh Jalbert, now the freshman, playing some valuable minutes here for Coach Johnson on to serve as she handles it into the back. Here comes the Lions. Backs at Shaylee Bosch, blocked at the net. Back on the side now for the Jags. This one comes outside. Hallie Crockett cross court. Koenig goes down to a knee. Set up middle on the way. Bosch off the top of the block for the kill. Bosch with 23 now on the match. And it's a 1-point lead for Northern Cass. Service here for Gracie Schumacher. She's got 2 aces so far for the Southpaw. This one comes to the back to Jalbert. Now it's going to be outside on the way, punched over then on the 3rd by Hallie Crockett. Schumacher uses it middle. This one, Bosch, get up and get down. Bosch with her 24th kill now. And we're tied at 4. Going back to the most ever in a championship match, 31 by Anna Holman in terms of kills back in 2015 from Lemoore. Backs at Lucas, tipped on the way. This one, Koenig, this will be at the 10-foot line. Bosch is able to punch that one over on the 3rd. Austin Erickson, middle Sand! And what can Elise do for you? The senior able to hammer one down. She's got her 7th kill. Over the block of Bosch, just came up a little late. And now it's going to be a serve here for Ellie Lucas. Service here by the Jags. This one, Schumacher pushes it across. Austin is there on the outside now for Crockett, up and over on the hit. Goes right back on Northern Kansas side. Erickson backs at Austin off the block for the kill. 6-4 Northern Cass. Austin with her 1st kill of the match comes at the most opportune time here to lead it 6-4 for the Jags. Service on the way for Lucas. Running jump serve into the net. Point awarded to Linton-HMB. 6 service here now for the Jags. This will go the other way now to serve is Shaylee Bosch as she will go to the back row for Linton-HMB. Championship of Class B has been a nail-biter. Erickson outside, Crockett cross court out of play, no touch, and we're tied at 6. Tied at 1, 4, and 6 as Bosch will come on to serve now for Linton-HMB. The Lions trying to cap a three-peat. Northern Cass trying to win their first and second title in program history, but first since 2013. Bosch to the service line. This one to the back to Jalbert. There is an MB Crockett, and they got to punch this one over with Erickson then on the third. Linton-HMB can use it. Backs it on the way. This is going to be Weininger for the kill. Weininger for the kill, and a timeout here by Angie Johnson and the Jags. We'll keep it here. 7-6. Northern Cass trails it against Linton-HMB in a volleyball match that is nearing the 2-hour mark here in Bismarck. Set 1, Northern Cass 25-16. Set 2 to Linton-HMB 25-23, 25-21 in the third, and the fourth set went to Northern Cass 25-21. Still to come on our post-match show as well. The team trophy presentation will be unveiled. We'll also get to the senior athlete and the coach of the year and more. Also to come on our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. After the timeout, Angie Johnson will have one remaining. As you hear the war chant on in the background here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Shaylee Bosch on to serve for Linton-HMB. Service on the way here for the Lions. Running jump serve. This one to the right-hand side. Crockett is there. Hallie on the outside pushes it over. Then on the third. Lions Schumacher into the back row. Paige Bosch. This will be off of Erickson. Evenson is there. And then they'll have to bump it over with Hallie Crockett as they do. Bosch. This one 10-foot line to Schumacher. Backs at Weininger. Sets it up. And this one dug on the back by Jalbert. Erickson able to get it across. This one now will be pushed over back left corner. Jalbert keeps it alive. And now it's Crockett. Now it's Erickson back right-hand side for Linton-HMB. This one, Schumacher to the outside here for Holm, up and over the double block. Erickson looking for the dump kill the opposite side. Here's the Lions now into the 10-foot line for Holm. Evenson, 10-foot. Erickson backs at near side. Austin off the double block and able to keep it alive with Schumacher. This one comes outside, and Weininger will use it on the push. Erickson set up middle. Elise Sand right-hand side. This one will come now pushed by Schumacher, and that's going to be in for the point. Schumacher back left corner. She's gone corner to corner here tonight. Point for Linton-HMB, and Bosch is continuing to serve. Service on the way here for the Lions. 2 points up here in the fifth set off the top of the net. Crockett, Erickson, middle, Austin, right-hand side. Paige Holm is there. Backs on the way to Weininger. This one comes across off of Erickson, and that's a point now at 9-6 here for Kaylee Weininger. And a timeout by Coach Johnson. Back-to-back points after the timeout here. And now Northern Cass will be without timeouts remaining here in the fifth set. Lions lead it by 3. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
After the timeout here by Northern Cass, trailing it by 3 here in the state championship match against Linton-HMB. Lions to serve 6 points away here with Bosch to the service line. Bosch will handle it down the line. Crockett is there. Erickson set outside here for Austin. Left-hand side and give Noel the assist. Give Austin the kill. And Northern Cass earns the point and gets the serve right back. Austin with the point there now at 9-7. Service on the way for Rust. As Russ will come to the service line now here for the Jags. As this one will come on, running jump serve into the back page. Holm now will be at the 10-foot line. Holm brings it back over. Crockett, this one, Russ backs on the way for Hayden, up and over on the third. Linton-HMB backs at this one. Weininger hits one into the net, and that is 4 and back-to-back points here by the Jags. Northern Cass again out of timeouts. Linton-HMB has 2 remaining if they need them in this 5th and final set. Up to 15, win by 2. Russ back to the service line here for Northern Cass for the junior setter. Russ with the running jump serve. That goes to the opposite libero, Koenig. Schumacher backs on the way, and that'll be a double hit. It's a 9-9 contest here. And Coach Jamie Richter is asking for it if she's got 1 or 2 timeouts, and she wants to burn one here. So the timeout by Coach Johnson. With every point so valuable here in the 5th, she will take a timeout. We've been tied at 4. We've been tied at 6. And now we've been tied at 9 here in the championship match. If your heart is not pumping, well, good for you. You can handle stress and pressure a little bit better, probably more so than these players, these fans, and these coaches here inside the Bismarck Event Center. It's 9-9 between Linton-HMB and Northern Cass on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. For more information, go online to dhbanknd.com. That again is dhbanknd.com. Northern Cass after the timeout, tied at 9 with Rust to the service line here as the Lions will break their huddle here with head coach Jamie Richter. Linton-HMB swept Langdon in 2020, able to sweep Northern Cass in 2021 for their state championships. Northern Cass 1-4 over Lemoore in 2013. Someone will put a 5-setter on their resume after this one concludes. After the timeout outside here for home over the double block, Hallie Crockett is there. Russ calls everybody off, and Hallie able to punch this one over. Then on the third, Schumacher set up outside. Home for the tip, can't get over the net, and point here to Northern Cass. Northern Cass is in scrappy here with a 4-0 run as they lead it now by 1. Angie Johnson has talked and harped about closing out sets, and that's what Northern Cass is trying to do, but not the set, the season. This one back over on the Jank side here. Russ with the bump outside here for Crockett with a tip down the line. Schumacher is there. Bosch outside on the way, and Weininger with the push on the third. Hayden, Russ outside. Crockett, that's Hallie cross court in for the kill. Crockett got another one. It's 11-9 Northern Cass. A 5-0 run here by the Jags on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Russ with the service line. Home. Schumacher pushes it right-hand side. Tesh Jalbert's there. Russ back set. This is Hayden Crockett with the tip. Now it's going to go to Linton-HMB. Back set. Weininger off the block of Austin for the kill. Big point for the Lions. 11-10 Jags here. Service, however, with Linton-HMB with Brooklyn Schumacher. Schumacher trying to tie this puppy up at 11. Running jump serve by Brooklyn. Crockett is there. Now it's going to be Rust. Back to Hallie Crockett for the tip. This one covered by Schumacher. And now it's going to go outside to home. Blocked at the net by Hallie. And that's going to be a block for a point for the Jags. The Region 1 Senior Athlete of the Year starting to show out here late in the 5th. Crockett with the block. It's 12-10 now, Northern Cass. Service on the way here by Hallie as Jensen returns to the front row now for the Jags. This one coming, Schumacher in the back is Bosch. Left-hand side, dug out by Russ, but back on the side of Linton-HMB. Back set, this one tipped over. Evenson with the dig. Now the Jags set up middle. Jensen one-on-one. She pulls the changeup out for the kill for Northern Cass. Josie Jensen now with her 15th kill, and the Jags lead it by 3. 13-10 Northern Cass here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Our post-match show is coming up here. Make sure you stay tuned. We will try to get as much post-conversation sound We will try our best as well to bring you the all-tournament team, the senior athlete of the year in North Dakota, and the coach of the year in North Dakota as well. But this has been a barn burner right from wire to wire. Northern Cass 13, Linton-HMB 10 in the 5th and final set of the season here in 2022 in Class B volleyball. 13-10 Jags. Timeout taken by Coach Jamie Richter. Both teams without timeouts remaining. Both fan bases are on their feet. What more could you ask for here in middle part of November for high school volleyball in the state of North Dakota? Hallie Crockett after the timeout to the service line. As she handles it in the middle, Bosch is there. This one set up by Gracie Schumacher. This one off the block on the hit by Weiser. Middle on the way, Jensen, and Jensen gets another kill. How sweet it is. Josie Jensen with her 16th of the match. And now it's a match point opportunity here for Northern Cass as they will come to the service line here with Crockett. As she will come on, this one comes across here for Northern Cass, and that'll do it. For the second time in program history, the Jags have won the State B Volleyball Championship in 5, 15-10 over Linton-HMB. The Jags are your 2022 champs. Tears from head coach Angie Johnson, and without question, those are happy tears here for Northern Cass. A bunch of hugs coming across the way as well as Angie embraces Noel Erickson with a hug on the near sideline. Your Northern Cass Jaguars finish with a mark of 39 wins and 1 loss, while Linton-HMB will finish 38-2 as Northern Cass wins their second title in program history. The final, the Jags able to win it in 3 as Northern Cass punches the 2022 championship here over the back-to-back champs in Linton-HMB. The Lions, heartache, agony, without question, in a volleyball match that goes 2 hours and 3 minutes here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Still more embraces are coming on here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Linton-HMB having one more team huddle with head coach Jamie Richter as we get to our awards presentation here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Stay tuned again. We will get to our post-game conversation here. Well, let's get to it right now. Post-game show brought to you in part by our friends at Halstead Telephone Company. Halstead Telephone Company, keeping you connected. Discover local reliability you can trust at halsteadtel.com. That's halsteadtel.com as they will get to the award ceremony presentation right now for both the Jags and alongside the Lions here in this one as Northern Cass, you can hear it, coming in their sideline, getting a standing ovation by their fan base here on the near side, and Josie Jensen giving another big hug on the way here to head coach Angie Johnson. Let's get to our Enbridge Energy player of the match. Enbridge Energy tomorrow is happening right now more than ever. The world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. Visit tomorrowison.com. That again is tomorrowison.com. For Northern Cass, we're going to give it to the senior class. The senior 6 here for the Northern Cass Jaguars are Enbridge Energy players of the match here in this one. The RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the match, well, it came on 2 different ones, a Crockett block and also a Crockett kill at 11-9, and then a Crockett block to make it 12-10, and that was enough to do it here for Northern Cass for the Region 1 Senior Athlete of the Year. RDK Enterprises with locations in Hillsborough and Drayton. They thank the area Grovers for your trust in RDK Enterprises as you get ready for the spring planting season. Call RDK Enterprises at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. You can trust the planter experts at RDK Enterprises as they continue to invest in the education of their team members. Northern Cass 3-2 over Linton-HMB as they're able to earn the championship here against the Lions. As Northern Cass right now is coming out to get their awards and plaque ceremony here as they are coming out onto the floor here as the Jags will continue to handle this one. To take a look at Linton-HMB, they will finish the last 3 years with 100 wins and 4 losses. It's been unthinkable to think what head coach Jamie Richter has built at Linton-HMB. They lose it in 5. Northern Cass wins it. Angie Johnson, her 4th year as a head coach, is bringing the second state championship home here to Northern Cass in Hunter, their first since 2013. 4th place 2 years ago. State runners-up to the Lions last season, and this year they're able to deliver the goods and win it in 5 over Linton-HMB here as they continue to get their congratulatory remarks and able to come back on the floor as well here inside the Bismarck Event Center. As the next couple awards will come out here with the Coach of the Year and also the Senior Athlete of the Year, former Bismarck Century girls basketball coach Ron Mest is coming on here. These are by the North Dakota High School Activities Coaches Association here in the state of North Dakota, as the nominees will come out when their name is called out of the seniors, and also the Coach of the Year out of Region 1 again will be Hallie Crockett. Out of Region 2 will be Summer Haig. Shaylee Bosch out of Region 3 here for Linton-HMB will be coming on the floor. And again, all 8 will be coming on, and 1 will be the Senior Athlete of the Year here in the state of North Dakota. As they're all getting congratulatory handshakes right now on the floor. And we'll find out who the Senior Athlete of the Year will be in 2022 again here in North Dakota. As they come across. And we'll find out who the 2022 Senior Athlete of the Year is. Goes to Shaylee Bosch here of Linton-HMB. She is your Senior Athlete of the Year, and rightfully so. She really stood out here for Linton-HMB. We had her down for 24 kills, 3 blocks as well here in this championship match for the Lions that they finish as runner-up. But Shaylee Bosch is your Senior Athlete of the Year here for the Lions. Now we go from there to your Coach of the Year award, as this will be with the Coach of the Year now, as they will come off the floor for the senior athletes. As the Class B Volleyball Coach of the Year as selected by the coaches. Jamie Richter from Linton-HMB. So the Lions will continue to bring more hardware home. Richter for back-to-back seasons is your Coach of the Year. Shaylee Bosch is your Senior Athlete of the Year. But it's Northern Cass that's going to be bringing home the championship title, while Linton-HMB will be bringing home the state runner-up championship, or the state runner-up trophy, for the second time here. As now it's the all-tournament team, as Jordan West, Carla Stevenson from Thompson, as from Strokeland, Brenna. You have Kenzie Belquist from the Rockets. From Dickinson Trendy by Deschamps. As this will continue to come out. Shaylee Bosch from Linton-HMB. Schumacher from Gracie from Linton as well. Hallie Crockett from Northern Cass. Josie Jensen from Northern Cass. And Noelle Erickson as well here for the Jags. That is, again, your all-state tournament team here in 2022. As they're finalizing some of the last awards here, as the all-tournament team will take their photo. As everyone gets to be in the front or the back row here. As they will come out one more time for your all-tournament team. Here in 2022, allowing some of those to take a photo here inside the Bismarck Event Center. Again, 3-2. Northern Cass wins it over Linton-HMB. As now they will bring out the team awards here for Northern Cass and the Lions as well here in 2022, as the Lions will be congratulated and bring out their team trophies, while Northern Cass will come out here and be congratulated as well. And then it's Bismarck Century and West Fargo Cheyenne taking the floor here for the Class A championship still to come later tonight. Again, your 2022 champs, Northern Cass, the Jaguars, able to earn the trophy and the plaque here inside the Bismarck Event Center. And congratulations again goes to Northern Cass and head coach Angie Johnson and the Jags. Our post-game show will continue. We'll hear from some of the players. That is next here on your liveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you thinking about upgrading your planter? This is Shane from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsborough and Drayton. I ask you the question about upgrading your planter because this is the time for you to ask me to explain the Precision Plant Partner programs. Yes, you could get some of your planter equipment paid for. Contact RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com.
Again, your final in this one, 3-2. Northern Cass able to pick up the win here over Linton-HMB. We'll continue here on our post-match show as we'll go down to the floor right now and talk with some of the players here in this one and try to get to head coach Angie Johnson as well. But a handful of those are already coming off and going to the locker room here as they're trying to get one more opportunity here in this one to be recognized again here on the floor, as this is another championship here for Northern Cass, as they will come off to the near sideline here. And let's see if we can talk with Noelle, and let's talk with Jocelyn as well. Congratulations, girls, first and foremost. You're wearing, you got the hardware. What's it feel like as being a state champ with the trophy here, Noelle?
You know, first of all, my voice is a little gone. Second, it's pretty heavy, but it feels amazing, and we couldn't have done it without working together, so.
And take us through just the atmosphere of this one, Jocelyn. You guys get it to the fifth set. What was it enough about this team, the resiliency from start to finish to win this championship?
Yeah, after that first set, we had a lot of confidence, and then Linton came out and got the next two, so then we just really had to focus on 1 point out at a time. And we got down in that third set and just kept pushing, and we got it.
How sweet is it as a senior to go out on top, Noelle?
You know, it's really awesome. I mean, we couldn't have finished in a better way, and we kind of just, this was our main goal from the start of the season, and we couldn't have done it without each other, and yeah, we did it, so.
How about an underclassman, Tesh Jalber, getting some valuable minutes here in this one, Jocelyn? How big was she at particular times in this match?
Yeah, she definitely came through when we needed it, and we really appreciate when those girls step up, and yeah, glad we had a good team win.
Best thing about winning a state championship is, we'll start with Noelle. What's the best thing about winning a state championship just moments after you're able to bring home a title?
Oh no, I don't know, everything, just the atmosphere, the energy, just the feeling that we have that we accomplished our biggest goal, and that, yeah, just, we did it.
Jocelyn?
Just like all the hard work you put in the gym, we put so many minutes in, and just knowing that it all means something at the end to get it all done.
congratulations, go celebrate, and best of luck moving forward in the best of what you guys got coming up here in 2023 as well for you two taking the next step. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Again, Noelle Erickson and Jocelyn Austin with us here on our post-match show as they're able to win another state championship. As we'll try to get Josie Jensen will be coming here quick here with Josie. Congratulations. We'll start with the high school. When they say Josie Jensen, what is going through your mind?
I mean, I don't really hear them, to be honest, but I mean, it's so fun. I mean, I have people come up to me that just like, they're like, oh my God, are you Josie Jensen? I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know, it's just so cool.
What was it about this team this year to earn a 5-set match win? You guys haven't been in a lot of them this season, but at the end of the day, what got you over the hump in the 5th set?
Just being able to use all of our teammates, every single person, bench and court, and contributed this year, which was incredible.
Mention every teammate. How about a freshman in Tesh Dahlberg coming on and getting some valuable minutes? What was that like? Because she hasn't been always in the rotation at particular times, but for her to come out in this match and perform as she did.
I'm so proud of her. It takes a lot to step up like she did, and I can't even express in words how proud of her I am.
All right, last thing here. What is it to be a state championship? What is going through your mind right now when you knew you got to 15 in the 5th set, that ball dropped, and all of a sudden you guys are able to be a champion? What's going through your mind, Josie?
Honestly, it's just like, I can't even describe it. Like, it's amazing.
Josie, congratulations and best of luck moving forward. You'll have the target on your back next year, but we look forward to seeing you back in 2023.
Awesome, thank you so much.
That again, junior hitter for the Northern Cass Jaguars, Josie Jensen with us here on our post-match show as they were able to win the state championship again over the Linton-HMB Lions in this one in 5 as they're able to take their 2nd ever state championship in program history and the first since 2013. Earlier today in 3rd place, Thompson was able to win. In 5th place, the champs and the consolation portion of the bracket goes to New Rockford Cheyenne. And in 7th place, it goes to the Dickinson Trinity Titans. Jamie Richter, your coach of the year. Shaylee Bosch is your senior athlete of the year. And there's still one volleyball match yet to get underway at about 10 o'clock here. It'll be Bismarck Century and West Fargo Cheyenne in the championship as well here in 2022. Northern Cass goes 39-1 on the season, while on the opposite side here for Linton-HMB, they will finish at 38-2 for their overall record here this year. Northern Cass will handle this one, and if we can get one more word, and this will be with Angie Johnson going through the media car wash, probably her 5th interview here in the last couple of minutes here for head coach Angie Johnson. Angie, what was it about this team this season, the resiliency, down a set, to win it in the 4th, to get it in the 5th, and find a way to bring home a state title, a 2nd one in program history, Angie?
Just determination and grit, like Hallie would say. You know, we have a lot of that, and just the trust that they put in me to help them get there. And like I just told somebody, like they did the work, I just got to watch, and it was fun to watch, and so proud of them to be able to pull through and finish out the set, you know, telling them we got to stay true to ourselves. We have to stay within ourselves. We have to trust each other, and they did that.
Take us through the embrace. 15-10. You're able to hug your coaches. You're able to hug right off the bat your senior setter, Noelle Erickson. Able to have another hug with Josie and the rest of the team. What did that feel like as a coach to see all the hard work, as you mentioned, pay off here tonight?
Just a sense, a little bit of relief. Like, we did it, it's over, season's done, but, you know, just so happy. I mean, they deserve it. They earned it. You know, it's not like we came out and swept them in 3, which I didn't think we were going to do. And, I mean, that's what you want in a state championship is 5 sets and it to be a nail-biter. So I think it means even more that it was 5 sets and we were able to kind of finish out the 5th.
At the end of the day, what's going to be something that's going through your mind in this state tournament run? A sweep, a 4-setter, and it's a 6th 5-setter in this state tournament. Half the matches went 5 here. That just shows you how quality of volleyball is. But Angie, what are you going to take from this team when you're able to go into that locker room and celebrate here in a moment with this 2022 version of the Jays?
Just pride. I'm so proud of everybody. You know, our bench too, and we put Tess in the 4th set, and she came through huge. And I'm so proud of her, and she's been great all year when we put her in too. So I'm just proud of everyone. You know, everybody earned this. It doesn't matter if they were on the court or not, and just leaned on each other and they got it done.
Hey, congratulations on the hairdo. Congratulations on the
space buns. It was the space buns.
And congratulations on everything this year, Angie. You guys earn it, and best of luck moving forward here as well. But Angie, congratulations on being a state champ.
Thank you so much.
Angie Johnson again with us here from Northern Cass as we continue on our post-match show, as we will put this one to bed. Northern Cass again goes 39-1 on the season. The Jags are the champs here of the 2022 Class B portion of the state volleyball tournament. On behalf of everybody tuning in, and thank you very much to our broadcast sponsors. I'm Chase Miller. A final from the Bismarck Event Center. Northern Cass wins it 3-2. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night here on YourLiveEvent.com.